This is a test for Jackson Hole Radio. I repeat, this is a test for Jackson Hole Radio. As this is a test for Jackson Hole Radio. Welcome to the Union broadcast booth as we are getting ready for the Jackson Giants, Cheyenne Sixers. Much like the Jackson game yesterday, we're going to turn it over to Jake Nichols and Max Mitchell from the Jackson radio station, the voice of the Jackson Giants, as we are going to play our commercials and we're going to do everything. I'm going to produce it, but we got to get to that interview with Cody Beers right now.
Here with Cody Beers. He is the public relations specialist with WYDOT, as well as a member of the Wyoming Seatbelt Coalition and a big fan of American Legion Baseball, of course. Cody, you were the state chairman for a number of years, and here we are at state tournament time, and of course, our state tournament broadcast brought to everybody by people at the Wyoming Seatbelt Coalition and Buckle Up for Life Wyoming. And Cody, you know, Wyoming is unique in the fact that it's not irregular to travel 4 hours one way to a game. So really getting the word out there to buckle up those seatbelts and make sure you arrive not only at the game safe, but back home safe. It's really important to get that word out there.
Well, when you talk baseball from people around the region, across the country, that road trip emphasis in Wyoming, it's very difficult for people to understand, because you're right. I mean, it's common to climb in a bus with your kids if you're a Legion coach in Wyoming and, you know, drive from Powell to Green River or Douglas to Cheyenne and back. I mean, Douglas to Cody and back. Long drives, good baseball, but then that road trip home requires a lot of Diet Pepsi, Diet Coke, and a lot of sunflower seeds for the coach, because often the coach has to drive the team to the game, coach the doubleheader, and then drive back home while the players are sleeping. So it's long road trips. It's good baseball, but that's life in Wyoming, and we embrace it. I mean, we are in state tournament season. Just had a walk-off of Cheyenne beat Jackson in the C state championship game. And so, I mean, it's an exciting time of the year, and I'd just like to encourage everyone to, get there safely by buckling your seatbelt, and then get back home safely by buckling that seatbelt. Every ride, every time, it's that important.
So, as a former chairman of American Legion Baseball, what does tournament time mean to you?
Well, tournament time is, the culmination of everything that starts back in January or February for these teams. The preseason work in the winter, getting up, scraping your windows, heading into the indoor practice facility and doing your work in the preseason for that short 2-month season, basically, May, June into July, often, 2 to 3 month season in Wyoming. So a lot of preparation, both from a administrative standpoint and a coaching standpoint, and of course from a fundraising standpoint, because American Legion Baseball is kind of pay to play venue in Wyoming. So people, they don't understand that all this effort goes in before the season, after the season. They just see the regular season games and then state tournament games being played. So just know that, these towns, the town teams, the coaches, the boards, most of it volunteer, even though the coaches are paid somewhat. Some teams don't pay their coaches in Wyoming, and give a tip of the hat to those people. But it just creates a lot of admiration from guys like me who've been doing this thing for 20, 30 years. To keep baseball alive in Wyoming, it's a big deal, and these towns support their kids, and the businesses support their kids, and it wouldn't be possible for you guys to be broadcasting it without the support of all the sponsors, the advertisers, the families, and of course your radio station. So we appreciate everything that you guys are about, and we appreciate this group of folks in Wyoming that loves baseball and keeps it going from year to year.
You talked a little bit about how important it is for the players and the coaches, of course, to buckle up every ride, every time. But also the unsung heroes of this whole thing are the parents. I mean, they're traveling by themselves. They're putting their hard-earned money into hotel rooms and giving up their weekends to go and support their players. Can we talk a little bit about the dedication that we see from the people that are not inside the dugout, but instead it's the people that fill up the stands?
Well, that goes without saying that these parents are dishing out hundreds and hundreds, if not thousands of dollars to see their sons play American Legion baseball, to watch, to help, to bring an extra case of water or Gatorade along and just support what these teams are trying to accomplish. And that's a possible trip to the regional at the A level, and of course at Double A, the Legion World Series. It's a big commitment by families, by kids, by parents, all across Wyoming. From Jackson to Gillette to Cheyenne to Wheatland, down in the southwest corner to Evanston, up in the central part of the state where Lander has rejoined Legion baseball. On up to Powell and Lovell. I mean, it's just a big commitment, and so everybody comes together. I've heard more of the idea that people are renting houses together, staying together even in these tournaments, because, man, it is a big hit on the wallet every year. And for kids to keep playing baseball, there's an opportunity to play after high school for some of these kids. But for the most part, I mean, this is their opportunity to play a great game, build friends for life, and travel Wyoming and see the sights. And I can't think of a better way to do that than by being safe, buckling that seatbelt, making sure that we all arrive safely to and from, these games, these tournaments, watching out for each other and communicating and, just being safe. And that's really what it's about. I mean, go out, compete at the highest level, and then return home safely to your regular life, but use your skills you've built in baseball. That translates very well to football, basketball, wrestling, swimming, the gamut of high school sports. Baseball, while it's not a high school sanctioned sport in Wyoming, is still a really big deal. If you talk to college recruiters and people interested in recruiting that multi-sport athlete that has many different skills, baseball plays a big role in that.
That is Cody Beers with the Wyoming Seatbelt Coalition. Cody, thank you so much for your support. Without you guys, we definitely could not be broadcasting these state tournaments. Anything else before we wrap it up?
Well, just ask the people every time, every ride, when you climb in that vehicle, click that seatbelt. And whether you're going to the store, whether you're going to a baseball game or a tournament clear across the state, be safe and watch out and drive defensively, because this time of year there's a lot of people out there on the road. So let's take care of each other and, go Wyoming baseball.
Buying or selling is a simple process if you're working with the right real estate agent. This is Bobby Dalzall, broker with Big Country Properties. We have agents serving both Lincoln and Uintah counties that can assist you with all of your real estate needs. We are the top listing and selling brokerage in the Bridger Valley and strive to be honest, hardworking, and thorough. Whether buying or selling, we make it happen. Call us today at Big Country Properties, 307-782-3556.
Get back to feeling your best with Evanston Regional Hospital Physical Therapy. If you find yourself struggling with pain or limited mobility in your everyday life, your recovery starts here. With a personalized treatment plan just for you, our experienced physical therapists will help you every step of the way to reach your goals and get back to doing what you love. Call us today to schedule an appointment. Evanston Regional Hospital, helping you get your life back.
The perfect mix of different ingredients can create the most delicious creation. Successful people have the ability to bring many different individuals together who work, collaborate, show kindness, use problem-solving skills, and include each individual's talents and gifts to create new inventions, compose beautiful music, and find ways to make the world a better place. At Uintah County School District Number 1, we work together every day to promote student success. Uintah County School District Number 1, Pathway to Excellence.
Fresh and flavorful ingredients are what makes the best restaurants great. At El Paso All-American and Mexican Restaurant, each entree is prepared with only the freshest and tastiest ingredients. The menu includes everything from tacos to steak, fresh fruit waffles to omelets, and mouth-watering burgers to sandwiches. Come in and enjoy a meal today at the new El Paso All-American and Mexican Restaurant inside the Log Cabin on Bear River Drive.
From one corner of the state to the other, over 82% of Wyomingites wear their seatbelts. And to the 18% who don't, we say, let's buckle up for life, Wyoming.
Napa know-how isn't just for guys like this. Power tools. Every driver deserves quality parts. Practical and cool. So you can do it yourself with Napa Auto Parts or get it done for you at a Napa Auto Care Center. Which means Napa know-how is for you, karaoke car lady. And never popped a hood guy?
I can pop a hood.
You too, Mr. Park a mile away. Oh yeah. Do it yourself or have it done for you. That's Napa know-how.
Napa know-how.
Covalos, your one-stop farm and auto shop.
Helping young people grow into productive adults is like putting a puzzle together. Each aspect of life is equal to one puzzle piece. Restful sleep, a healthy breakfast, a positive experience at home before school sets the tone for the whole day. Positive student interaction with teachers, district staff, coaches, and peers all add to the puzzle. At Uintah County School District Number 6, we work hard to make each puzzle piece meaningful and powerful for every student. By working together, we can help every student grow into a masterpiece. It's a great day to be an Eagle.
Hey there, I'm Jake Major, your local Medicare and insurance benefits advisor for the Bullock Agency of Wyoming. With over 25 years of experience protecting families in rural America, we understand the importance of having an affordable insurance coverage. Whether you're searching for extra coverage or looking to understand and switch your Medicare options, I can help you find a range of top-rated insurance companies and tailor-made packages based on your needs. Call me, Jake Major, today at 307-209-4685 and let's discuss your insurance options. We're the Bullock Agency of Wyoming when benefits matter.
I don't know about you, but every time I go to the grocery store, I'm filled with anxiety. Do I have enough money? Meat prices have doubled. How can I ever work on food storage when I can hardly afford food for this week? Wyoming Wild Meats in Lyman is the solution. Weekly specials are posted on Facebook. Beef, pork, chicken for one meal or a mixed order to fill the freezer. You will find quality Gosner cheese and milk products and delicious bread. Because overhead is low, the savings are passed to every customer. Wyoming Wild Meats, offering fresh domestic meats.
Precision, the quality, condition, or fact of being exact and accurate.
Precision is important. Scoring the next point, making the perfect shot, getting the best score. And when you think of your dentist, you want precision to be the first word that comes to mind. That's why patients are so pleased with Dr. McKay Frankum. He provides precision family dentistry at reasonable prices to every patient. Dr. McKay Frankum, call today for an appointment.
Call Dr. McKay Frankum at 789-8910.
It's a great time to check out the digital banking options at Trona Valley Federal Credit Union and skip the trip. Members who enroll in digital banking can make deposits remotely, check bank balances, transfer money between accounts, make loan payments, and use automatic bill pay options. You can even connect Quicken or QuickBooks to your Trona Valley digital banking accounts. Learn how digital banking with Trona Valley Federal Credit Union can make your life simpler. Stop in today. Member NCUA. Quality is the one thing that you can always count on when you do business with Ellingford Brothers in Evanston. Whether you're looking for strong, high-quality cement for construction, sand and gravel for road base, a cement trough or critter ladder for your livestock, or steel fabrication, including custom towing packages, bumpers, and other vehicle accessories, you always get high-quality products and friendly, knowledgeable service at Ellingford's. Stop in today, 199 County Road, Evanston.
Wyoming is unique. When it comes to high school sports, we might travel 6 hours to a game, but when we get there, we know the other team, their parents, and the coaches. Wyoming is like one small town with really long streets. When you get to Evanston, always stay with your friends at the Best Western Dunmar Inn. With clean, comfortable rooms, a restaurant serving healthy, delicious food, and breakfast is always included. If you're bringing the team or following the team, stay with us every time you're in Evanston. Best Western Dunmar Inn, Evanston.
I'm Officer Kevin Malatesta, Public Information Officer for the Cheyenne Police Department. Cheyenne Police Department for the May mobilization is really looking for people who aren't seatbelted in their cars. It's a secondary violation in Wyoming, but as we make traffic stops for speeding, cell phones, whatever it may be, we're going to be looking to make sure that people have their seatbelts on. As we've gone over, seatbelts do save lives, and way too many people in Wyoming aren't wearing them. We want to make sure that people get home safely, get to see their families again. So if they're involved in a car accident and that seatbelt is on, there's a much higher likelihood of that person making it through that accident, making it through without injuries even. When we have crashes without seatbelts, the consequences are much more severe.
The strategic plan for Una County School District Number 4 states, through collaboration with the entire learning community, our mission is to instill problem-solving skills in our students that will translate to a rapidly changing global environment. We work to accomplish this by constantly improving student achievement, improving student academic and behavioral skills with a district that operates efficiently and effectively. Uinta County School District Number 4, excellence in teaching, opportunity through learning.
Early mornings, tired muscles, pride, and grit. At Varsity Inc., we know how much work goes into building competitive teams. We work hard providing the gear you need to celebrate the teams you love. Be your athlete's biggest fan in apparel from Varsity Inc. Come in today, 926 Main Street, Evanston.
You'd have to consider it an upset, but still two evenly matched teams. Cheyenne Sixers come in as the 2 seed in this tournament, and by virtue drew a first-round matchup with the crosstown rival Cheyenne Hawks, and they did not struggle much with them. So 2 winners facing here in round 2, and Jackson's going to need all they can get. They're wearing their old-school retro cream white jerseys trimmed in red. Sixers will be in their darks with red and gray.
But yeah, these Jackson Giants definitely need a little bit of fortune on their side. We faced off against the Cheyenne Sixers twice the first Tuesday of this month, losing by a combined score of 23-9. So definitely need to focus more on our pitching and just fielding errors if we want to keep this one close today.
Yeah, can't afford mistakes against a quality team like the Sixers. They have steamrolled all season as they usually do. It's going to take everything to handle them. So as you heard, Max say Xander Witt gets the start. He's worked 41 innings. He's appeared in 12 games, 10 of those as a starter, has a record of 4-6, an ERA of 4.27, a whip of 1.73. Pretty impressive numbers, actually. And then the stat I like to look at is walks and strikeouts. Xander has surrendered 32 free passes in 41 innings, so a little on the high side. 51 strikeouts in 41 innings, so he averages a little bit over a strikeout an inning. And we're going to need the start of his life out of X-Man. This Sixers team does everything well. Hit, pitch.
Yeah, and as you noted, the 51 strikeouts definitely stands out. He's been the 4th most used pitcher for the Jackson Giants, but leads the team in strikeouts. So hopefully he can have a bunch of those today. Keep these Sixers at bay.
For the Sixers, we're kind of all excited to get our look at this Bradley Feaser, the 6'6 phenom. There you see him trot onto the field right now if you're watching our live stream. He is a pitcher of note. Not going to see him today, I don't think, unless we see him in relief, but that's doubtful.
The code of sportsmanship. American Legion. I will keep the rules, keep faith with my teammates, keep my temper, keep myself fit, keep a stout heart in defeat, keep my pride under in victory, keep a sound soul, a clean mind, and a healthy body. Let's play ball.
American Legion credo, or whatever you'll have it. Who's the starting pitcher for the Sixers, did you say, Max?
It's Braden Pearson.
Okay.
Don't know much about him, but surely one of their aces, followed by, as you said, what was his name?
Bradley Feaser is just out of this world with his stuff. He's been scouted. He signed a letter of commitment to play at Nebraska, and then had a rotator cuff injury, which took away his fastball. He was throwing mid-90s as a sophomore. That brought him down to something more human, even low 80s for the fastballs. He tried to work his way through it and back. I don't know that he's back 100%, but Nebraska got scared when they heard of the injury and rescinded their offer. He's going to go somewhere else now, I forget. But we'll see him later, probably tomorrow. At least Cheyenne hopes so. Fun tournament. Hope you can get a chance to get down here. If you're listening to us on KZ95 Jackson Hole Radio, we know you're in the area probably. Come on down, catch the game live. And boy, we sure thank mylocalradio.com. They're carrying every single game of the AA state tournament on their live stream. So if you're listening to us and want to see the moving pictures, we're not on our normal YouTube channel. We are over on mylocalradio.com. Just land there and look for the game. Happy to bring you all the sights and sounds as the Cheyenne pitcher takes his warm-ups. Jackson with your usual lineup. How about Aiden Grayland, Max? Still hitting over 400.
Yeah, he's hitting 406 now. Went 2 for 3 yesterday. RBI single in the top of the 7th to get the go-ahead run. He's definitely been one of the stars of this Jackson Giants team, and He's been a standout, especially as a catcher and behind the plate.
Yeah, buddy, you don't see many catchers lead off, typically because they're not usually fast, and you want a speedy guy at the top of the order. But Grayland checks all the other boxes. He's a really good contact guy, tough to strike out, and doesn't chase junk. Is very selective as a hitter, and he'll get us started here.
Yeah, I definitely think Aiden and Costi are going to be the keys to the game for us. If they can stay hot, it's just going to bring the energy for the rest of the Giant squad.
Grayland steps in and still don't have Game Changer up to date, so I forget the pitcher's name. Give me that again.
Braden Pearson.
Pearson catches a strike at the outside corner fastball. Aiden Grayland looked like he was watching all the way for that. Pearson stares in, and we are underway here. Final game of the day. Pearson misses away with that one, 1-1. Sixers, Giants in a big showdown. Jackson with an exciting win over the Gillette Riders last night. Sixers taking care of their crosstown Hawks rival as Grayland fouls off a good fastball from Pearson. Plenty of baseball left in this tournament. Double elimination. We'll have lots more tomorrow for you. Jackson guaranteed an appearance tomorrow. They would love it to be in the winner's bracket as that pitch misses low. Good block by Anderson. He's a good catcher. I saw him yesterday. Good arm.
Yeah, also the winner of this game is going to face the Casper Oilers, and the loser will face the Laramie Rangers in the second round of the losers bracket.
Pearson just misses with the 2-2. It's outside, full count on Grayland. Yeah, and I don't pity whoever has to meet Casper. They are the upstart team of the tournaments thus far. Grayland coaxes a walk out of Pearson. The noisy dugout likes what they see. And a leadoff runner on for the Giants. Brings up Xander Witt. Chance to help himself as the starting pitcher. Giants trying to carry that emotion from last night's win as Xander squares to bunt. Gets a little piece of it, but it fouled back to the backstop. 0-1.
I'm definitely interested to see how Xander does at the plate. Even he's still kind of nursing his groin injury, and he pitched one inning a few weeks ago when he had to walk off the field.
Yeah, good point. He is hampered. That's a pop-up into the infield, but it's going to end up being a great bunt because nobody gets there. I'm surprised the pitcher, Pearson, never left the mound. The catcher never got out of his crouch. The only guy who made an offer at that ball was Tafoya at third, and he couldn't get there in time.
Yeah, that bunt just stuck into the grass. It was kind of in no man's land between the pitcher and catcher, so definitely a fortunate break for Xander Witt there.
Yeah, brings up Ethan Garner with 2 on, nobody out. Jackson and a little early bingo here as Pearson works from the stretch to the belt. Checks the runners. And he wants to take an extra look at Aiden Grayland at second. You mentioned Xander Witt, not 100%, hampered by a groin injury these last few weeks of the regular season. See how it affects his pitching. It's probably taken a little bit off his speed, but he's got plenty to spare.
Still got a pretty heavy lead off of first as well.
Yeah, he does. Not being held, actually. And Garner offers to bunt. That's not typically Garner's thing. I don't know. I've seen him bunt very often. This is a bunting situation, granted. But Garner is one of your thumpers. You'd love to have him swinging. But if you're playing small ball, yeah, you do bunt here.
Yeah, it's got to be some tactical baseball today.
Yeah. Pearson again with a long look. Garner does bunt. It's a good one. One play is to first. I don't know. They'll get him, and they don't. Ethan Garner beats it out.
Yeah, I love that play, especially as one of our faster guys. If he throws a bunt down there, it's honestly a 50-50. He put it on the burners and got there by half a second.
I'm glad you love it, Max. I'm still not sold on bunting there, even after I saw it work successfully. But Okay.
I'm still impressed by these Sheridan Troopers on day one, and Jackson's looking just like them. Two perfect bunts.
Sheridan bunted a whole bunch if you weren't with us for those games. And yeah, that's baseball. It's maybe a forgotten part of baseball, but it's been remembered here in the AA state tournament. A lot of bunting, especially from the Troopers. And Jackson makes it work 2 times in a row here. Witt and Garner laying down beauties. And suddenly the base is loaded for your best hitter named Tracy Costiel. And if Jackson was ever going to do damage, now's the time. Conference on the mound, the reason for the delay is Cheyenne has to talk things over early. This is not the way Post 6 drew it up to start.
And Costiel's certainly a power hitter. 8 home runs, batting .336.
Yeah, he can whack it. He is your RBI machine. As working from the stretch is Pearson. Long look in. Now he's to the belt. Pitch to Costiel, high for a ball, 1-0. Tracy can afford to be choosy here. He knows Pearson's got to come to him. You cannot walk Costiel. You'll walk in a run if you do. Bags are full. No wind to speak of on a beautiful night for baseball. Pearson, the 1-0. Costiel bouncing ball to second. Up with it, trying for one at least, and that's what they get is Coates as he throws to McAnally, the shortstop, covering at second. Ball was hit too slowly to turn to. Meanwhile, during that, Aiden Grayland scampers home with the game's first run.
Yeah, I think throwing it to second was a smart play. Now it gives it the force at second and first, so potential for a double play to
Definitely.
end the inning here.
You keep that force in order, the double play in order. Even when you couldn't get 2, you get the force somewhere. It now brings up Matt Fisher, and the first pitch is on the outside corner for a strike. Fisher has had a really good year offensively as well. Runners at the corners, 1 out, 1 in. 1-0 Giants here early. Pitch to Fisher, tap fouled on the left side into the Cheyenne dugout.
Yeah, and Fisher also played pretty well yesterday. Had an RBI in the top of the 4th, bringing in the Jackson Giants' first run.
The way I always talk about his fielding in left, his speed. And he does have a good bat. Even 0-2 here, he's got to protect. As Pearson working slowly. Pitch outside. Fisher goes with it. Runner was moving on the pitch. Costiel trying to stay out of the double play. Trusting Fisher will make contact. Boy, an 0-2 pitch running is really living dangerously if you're Coach Huggins.
Sure is, especially with 1 out.
Yeah, pitch out could hurt you there, and Fisher just did get a piece of it. Another 0-2 coming from Pearson. Swing and a miss on a fastball up and in. The ball gets away from the catcher. Throw home, and they got Xander Witt. So the double play is turned. The ball got away from Anderson momentarily. He got to it quickly, made the throw to Pearson, his pitcher covering. And Jackson threatens but leaves a couple on. It could have been worse if your Post 6. Could have been better if you're Jackson. 1-0 after a half. Post 6 coming up. You're enjoying Jackson Giant baseball on KZ95, the Jackson Hole Radio. And thank you to mylocalradio.com for their live stream coverage, courtesy of our friends at Buckle Up for Life, Wyoming.
2022 AA State Tournament brought to you by Buckle Up for Life, Wyoming.
Buying or selling is a simple process if you're working with the right real estate agent. This is Bobby Dalzall, broker with Big Country Properties. We have agents serving both Lincoln and Uintah counties that can assist you with all of your real estate needs. We are the top listing and selling brokerage in the Bridger Valley and strive to be honest, hardworking, and thorough. Whether buying or selling, we make it happen. Call us today at Big Country Properties, 307-782-3556.
At YHI, we're with you is more than just 3 simple words. It encompasses the principles we live by to serve our members and local communities. So if you're looking to keep your banking relationships local with a partner who will always be there for you, look to us. We're YHI. We're Wyoming. We're with you. Visit yhi.org to learn how you can be a part of something bigger today.
The Jackson Giants want it for sure. Getting one across. Got to feel like great relief to push across a run early. We'll see how the Sixers respond.
Certainly is. And then up to bat first for the Sixers is third baseman Mason Tafoya.
Xander Witt's first pitch is low for ball 1-0. Tate Wiley at third is in on the grass in case of a bunt. Witt deals outside for ball 2-0.
Never noticed Witt's turquoise blue glove. Everyone else just has the regular brown one. He's just trying to be a little bit flashy out there.
Yeah, I picked up on that during the regular season. 2-1 is Tafoya fouls one off sharply down the right side out of play. Witt shakes off a couple from Grayland, now deals. And that pitch fouled off the end of the bat again, so keep that in mind. Witt shook off two from Grayland to go to the fastball. 2-2 count now on Tafoya leading off, who crowds the plate a bunch. That pitch popped up, playable? No, off the screen. And that's a good spot for Witt's fastball. Up and into a guy who's standing on the plate practically. Home umpire dusts off the plate with his foot. Another 2-2 pitch coming to Tafoya. And that's the curve. Got him. Big bender.
Yeah, just snuck in there on the outside corner. Great pitch there from Xander Witt.
Really good pitch. Good time for it. Tafoya thought maybe it was a little wide.
Yeah, it brings up the shortstop, Coulter McAnally.
McAnally, good athlete, tall guy, right-hander, steps in. First pitch swinging, fouls that off from Witt. And that's a good place for a fastball, X-Man, down and away. Usually not going to get hurt too badly down there. 0-1 offering to McAnally, and that's up and away for a ball, 1-1. Giants jump on the board first with a run in the top half of this inning. We're just underway. First inning, Sixers, Giants. As Witt deals, another foul ball. Xander throwing hard. McAnally behind that one. 1-2 on him now. This is the number 2 seed, Sixers, perennial favorites every year at American Legion. 19 titles since 2000. So
yeah, and despite being the number 2 seed, they're arguably the best team in the state.
Yeah.
And have been for a while, as you said.
Yes, Witt overthrew that outside. 2-2 now on McAnally. Yeah, not take nothing away from the Troopers. They earned the top seed for this tourney. But this is the team everybody chases every year. That pitch, check swing, McAnally, but it's low, and now the count full.
Interesting bounce there. Looked like it might have hit off the plate or something. Bounced about 20 feet in the air over the head of Aiden Grayland.
Yeah, really weird. McAnally check swing, and I thought maybe he got a piece of it with his bat, but you didn't hear the ding. 3-2 pitch. Swung out high in the air, but playable. Mason Wright cruising over from center. He had to run a long way, but he's got it. And we know his speed. Garner probably could have got to that as well, as that ball was in the air a long time.
Yeah, especially when it hangs up like that. Always confident that Fisher, Wright, or Garner's going to get to it.
Yeah, the longer it spins in the sky, one of them three will haul it in. So 2 out now for Witt. First pitch swung on, hit to Fisher in left. He'll get a chance. Looking up into the sun sky, and he's got it. 1-2-3 inning for Xander Witt, and Jackson all full of fire here after one. It's the Giants 1, the Sixers nothing. KZ95, Jackson Hole Radio, mylocalradio.com, and bringing you the coverage of AA State Tournament Baseball, courtesy of Buckle Up for Life, Wyoming.
I buckle up because there's been too many fatalities around our house where somebody would have survived if they'd been wearing their seatbelt.
I definitely wear my seatbelt to keep him safe.
I wear it just for safety.
I buckle up because my mom makes me.
I buckle up to set a good example for my kids and to make sure they stay safe.
Getting home safe to my family.
I buckle up because it keeps me safe.
Go Pokes, buckle up!
Buckle up for life, Wyoming.
The perfect mix of different ingredients can create the most delicious creation. Successful people have the ability to bring many different individuals together who work, collaborate, show kindness, use problem-solving skills, and include each individual's talents and gifts to create new inventions, compose beautiful music, and find ways to make the world a better place. At Uintah County School District Number 1, we work together every day to promote student success. Uintah County School District Number 1, Pathway to Excellence.
In the books, and so far so good for the host team Jackson Giants. Not the home team in this one, even though it's their field and their town. They play the visitors, and on the first pitch, Mason Wright grounds out. So one away brings up Aaron Huggins. Did not see him yesterday. May see him yet on the mound at some point.
Yeah, I hope so. As our ace, definitely expect to see him in relief with it today. Not really renowned as a hitter, only batting .215 this season.
He's having an off year. I mean, he's always struggled with making contact. Strikeouts have been a problem, but you'll trade that for his power. But we haven't seen a lot of that either at the plate. But he is the guy when you need a pitcher to go a good 6-7 innings. He's your man, and to be able to save him for later this week is a bonus for Coach Huggins. Breaking ball in the outside corner. Whoa, that looked outside. Huggins thought so too. The only guy who was sold on it, Pearson, who he knew it. He was ringing up Huggins as soon as he let the ball go. 3 pitches and 3 strikes. So, boy, Giants going quickly. If you're Tate Wiley here, you got to look at a couple. Just try to extend the inning as the lefty steps in. Pearson deals low and in to Wiley. Ball 1. Wiley getting the start at third. And Pearson deals. That pitch here right back up through the box. Wiley, Pearson got a piece of it. And a nice play by their shortstop, McAnally, who stayed with it. Off the glove of Pearson, the pitcher. Right to McAnally, their shortstop, who throws for the out. So 3 up, 3 down. We go to the bottom of the second. 1.5 of the books. Giants still over the Sixers. 1-0 on KZ95, Jackson Hole Radio, mylocalradio.com, and the whole business brought to you by our friends at Buckle Up for Life Wyoming.
At the Evanston Walmart, you'll find all the tools students need to succeed. Our team is committed to providing quality products and an excellent shopping experience. Stop in today. 125 North 2nd Street, Evanston. Walmart. Save money, live better.
From one corner of the state to the other, over 82% of Wyomingites wear their seatbelts. And to the 18% who don't, we say, let's buckle up for life, Wyoming.
Back at it here, bottom 2, Sixers trying to battle back from a 1-0 deficit. Jackson scored in the opening frame.
Yeah, and up to bat is right fielder Corey Williams.
Williams, the left-hander, was ahead of that Xander Witt changeup. Swing and a miss, 0-1. Witt deals, breaking ball misses inside. Grayland didn't make a lot of effort to catch that, and it goes to the backstop. 1-1 now on Williams. That ball hit well down the right field line, but foul. 1-2 now. Xander's got to be careful. Williams looked like he was all over that.
Yeah, I need something outside.
Yeah, I would do that too. 1-2 pitch to Williams. That's hit to Tate Wiley at third. Bobbled it momentarily. Now comes up with a throw and got him. Tate Wiley stayed with it. He had time. The ball hit so sharply. Tate was playing fairly shallow third base, so he knew he had time, even with a left-hander getting out of the box quickly.
Yeah, certainly a good example of not giving up on the play there. Despite the little bobble and hesitation, just regained his focus and threw a dart to Aaron Huggins to get the first out of the inning.
1 up, 1 down. Giants certainly don't look in awe of the Sixers at this point. As Witt deals low to Swain.
Yeah, Hayden Swain, the first baseman.
Saw him hit a bomb over the center field wall last night. And Witt misses away, 2-0.
Yeah, he's over-rotating a little bit.
Xander wants a different ball. Sometimes he doesn't like the ball scuffed up, I guess. Sometimes pitchers feel the stitches different. They like the stitches raised almost always. Good pitch on the outside corner by Witt. Pitchers like to feel that stitching stick out because that's what gives the ball its movement against the air. Witt's pitch on the outside corner. This time he's a little too wide. 3-1 now on Swain, who we know has pop. This is a hitter's count, and I wouldn't just groove one. Yeah, Witt.
Yeah, I don't
careful with him.
I certainly don't mind the walk there.
Yeah, you got one out. You still got a double play in order, and the way Swain hit one yesterday that I still don't think has landed, I would not just serve one up.
Yeah, looks like we've done our scouting report there about Swain, but brings up the catcher Caden Anderson. Opportunity for a double play here. The runner on first.
Pitch from Witt. It's a beauty. Fastball right there. And he's ahead 0-1. Swain doesn't look like he's got an enormous lead over that first. Xander gives him a peek and comes home. That's low, 1-1. Anderson take a long look down at the coach, see if anything's on. A bunt and run, hit and run, we'll see. With that open stance.
Tate's not playing 2 inside here. Not expecting a bunt from Swain, from Anderson.
That's Wiley plays even with the bag very often. He plays a very tight third base. Yeah, he's off the bag pretty well, giving up some of the line, but he's normally plays even with the bag very near the grass. As Witt misses again away. 3-1 now to Anderson, the catcher, with Swain on first and 1 out. Jackson nursing the 1-0 early lead. Xander Witt, pitch on the outside corner for a strike. Good spot, 3-2. That outside part of the plate has always been there.
Yeah, it definitely looks like his favorite spot to aim at.
Big payoff pitch coming here. The 3-2 to Anderson. Runner going, fouled away. And Swain was on the move there, trying to stay out of the double play. Not a bad idea. Do you do it again? Swain will have to catch his breath, but these are young guys. They're ready to go again, right?
Certainly are.
Anderson steps back in, and another big payoff pitch for Xander Witt at the belt. Comes home, and on the outside corner, no. Throw down to second won't matter, as that's a walk, but that was very, very close to being a strike. Nobody really heard the home plate umpire or noticed. And a good throw down by Grayland. That was a close play at second, but again, none of that mattered. The walk brings Swain to second anyway. Swain at second, Anderson at first, and Horton at bat. 1 out. Cheyenne trying to answer the run the Giants put up in the first inning. Pitch from Witt, fastball up for a ball, 1-0.
Yeah, this Cheyenne scorecard kind of fooled me. I thought that it was the McAnally brother hitting as the DH, but it's actually Horton. So apologies for that.
Sky high to the first baseman. Huggins over there in foul territory makes the play. So Witt gets a big out there. Good fastball from Xander. Had a lot of speed on it, and just getting under it is Norton for the fly out. Horton, I was right the first time. So 2 out now. Runner still at first and second. Brings up the left-hander, McAnally. As Witt looks at the runner at second, Swain, and now deals. That pitch hit the left. That's a base hit. How fast can Fisher get to it? Here comes the throw home. Relay from Wiley, and they got him. Oh, boy. Fisher does not have the greatest of arms, but that's okay. He used Tate Wiley. Wiley spun around with the relay throw, and it was on the dime, and Grayland put the tag on. So no runs, although Cheyenne threatens. 2 in the books. Jackson 1, Cheyenne nothing. KZ95, Jackson Hole Radio, mylocalradio.com, bringing you AA coverage of the state tournament thanks to Buckle Up for Life Wyoming.
The best trips away from home always come when you know you're among friends. This is Coulter Patterson, General Manager at the Come On In Hotel and Suites in Casper, Wyoming. I invite you to stay with us every time you're here. We've got the absolute best staff. Lots of our team members have been working together for years, and we feel like we're a happy family. I guarantee you'll feel that when you come stay with us. We're always glad that you choose the Come On In, and we'll do everything to make your stay comfortable and relaxing. The Come On In Hotel and Suites is the best place to stay because we have the best staff in Casper. Come on in today.
Trust, hard work, and experience is what you'll find at Brian's Muffler Shop in Evanston. Quality work at a great price. Brian's Muffler is the perfect fit for oil changes, stock and performance mufflers, and Anderson hitches and accessories. Call Brian's Muffler today, 789-7021.
Dad, I heard that human eyes can distinguish between 1 to 10 million different colors. Is that true?
That is true. The human eye is amazing. We use our eyes not only to work and learn, but also to simply enjoy the beauty that surrounds us. At Uinta Eye and Vision, we care about each individual's eye health needs. Whether a person is looking for computer glasses, polarized sunglasses to assist in outdoor hobbies, contact lenses, or has general eye health needs, we are here to listen to our patients' thoughts and concerns to help them enjoy their amazing eyes.
Call today to schedule an appointment. 789-3937.
To the Uinta Eye and Vision third inning. 2 in the books. It's 1-0 Jackson. The Sixers got to know they're in a game by now. As Hammond squares the bunt, fouls it off left side.
Yeah, certainly a pretty flawless first 2 innings from these Jackson Giants.
Yes, and letting the underdog hang around. If the Sixers didn't learn a lesson from what happened to Sheridan earlier today, they're getting a taste of it now. Again, Hammond squares to bunt, and again he fouls it off, this time to the right side. Now an 0-2 count on Bridger, and he'll likely be swinging away.
Yeah, it's certainly going to be hard to pull off an effective bunt, given the third baseman Tafoya is almost halfway into the plate.
He was. He'll back up now with an 0-2 count. Pitch from Pearson misses outside for ball 1-2. Just underway here in the top of the third, and the Giants lead 1-0 over post 6. Pitch to Hammond. Ooh, just up in the zone. Bridger, not a tall guy. That's a strike for a lot of hitters, but not Bridger.
Yeah, zone's definitely a little bit down there.
2-2 to Hammond. The pitch from Pearson's away. Scoreboard operator has 2-2 now, but I believe it's full.
Yeah, it's 3-2.
Okay.
But definitely see him trying to throw that one more down just to get into Bridger's strike zone.
Yeah. Big payoff pitch coming here on the leadoff hitter. Hammond would love to coax a walk out of Pearson. Fouls one back, spoils it. That's big. You make Pearson work harder. Nobody wants to be an easy out if you're going to be an out at all. Hammond with that open stance, the right-hander, and a big crouch as well. Pearson deals, good pitch, and another good foul by Hammond. Hammond does not present much of a strike zone when he gets bent down like that. Credit Pearson for throwing 2 payoff pitch strikes, another 3-2 pitch coming. That's in there, strike 3. Hammond was hoping low maybe, but no, right at the knees. And
yeah, just clipped the bottom of the zone there for strike 3.
Pearson, yeah.
Fantastic pitch there by Pearson.
3 straight pressure strikes to a guy who does not present a huge strike zone. Really good job there by Pearson to work out of it.
And brings up the leadoff hitter, Aiden Graylin, who was walked in the top of the first and scored the game's only run.
Oh boy, stroke to left, base hit. That was hit on a line.
He's just having a season. Probably got his average up to 408.
He's as hot as any Giant hitter, that's for sure.
Certainly is.
Well over 400. Xander Witt up now. And the bunt could be on. You never know. He bunted last time with men out. 1 out. Graylin takes his lead from first. And boy, that was a frozen rope to left from Aiden. Pearson in the stretch now. Deals to Witt, swing and a miss. Fastball down and in. Xander looked, well, not the greatest swing in the world.
I love him going after it, though. We saw yesterday he didn't really swing at a lot of pitches.
Yeah, right. He was tentative yesterday. He took a lot. That pitch on the outside corner for a strike, and quickly Pearson up ahead, 0-2 with Graylin at first. Jackson Top of the order, Graylin at first, Witt, and then Garner awaiting on deck. Pitch swing and a miss, just waved at it. Xander looked a little overmatched in that at bat. So 2 out, and Garner steps in, and maybe Post 6 hasn't got the scouting report, but they're playing Garner not only not straight away, but a little bit shaded the other way, and Ethan rarely going to hit it to left. He's pull hitter, and that's exactly what he does. That ball hit deep to right, off the wall, and keep an eye on Graylin. He's rounding third, coming home. The throw home is not in time. Aiden Graylin is in. Oh boy, a triple.
Yeah, what a fantastic hit there from Garner. And as you said, if he was shitting more to the right, he might have had a better chance of catching that. Almost at the back of the wall near the Silver Star sign.
If Cheyenne knew more of the Jackson team, Horton in center would have been shaded more to right, and Williams would have been playing deeper in right. Ethan Garner, that's his spot. Deep right field.
Yeah, they might be the only team that hasn't shaded him that way. Almost every other team in the league has picked up on that, but fantastic job by Garner.
With a 2-0 lead, we'll get a pitcher change as they're going for the ball, and they'll take it from Pearson. Jackson adds another run, up 2-0 with a runner at third and 1 out with this pitching change. You want to take a break, Aaron? Stay here? All right. We'll keep it here as Sixers, I don't know if they expected to have to go to a pitching change in the third inning, but they do, as Pearson gets knocked around a little bit. And look at this. We are going to get a look at Bradley Feaser. I'm so excited to see this guy.
We've been talking about it all day.
Oh, man. That tells you something, that the Post 6 Cheyenne Sixers not messing around. They're taking Jackson seriously.
And they should, especially after we beat the 3-seed Gillette, who were about 45-21. So despite our losing record, still a formidable team, and since we're turning up at the right moment, never know what can happen here.
And maybe because Sheridan, who's the top seed in this tournament, the team that Cheyenne thinks they're going to have a showdown with at the end, maybe because the Troopers had to use a lot of their pitchers, that the Sixers are saying, well, it's okay to use a bunch of ours, and we'll just figure it out when we get there, if we get there at the end of the week. But nothing's a guarantee, so you got to use your horses while you can. And with the Giants threatening here, already a 2-0 lead, and Garner at third, they are going to call on the best pitcher in the state of Wyoming by any accounts, and it's Bradley Feaser. He already has a perfect game this season. That's a no-hitter with no walks, no runners whatsoever.
Yeah, I'm certainly interested to see what the pitch count is for him, if they keep him under 45 or let him go the distance here.
I think it's just for some immediate relief, but yeah, good question, Max. We'll see. This guy threw on the gun mid-90s, and for high school kids, that's bizarre as a sophomore. Then he had shoulder problems, rotator cuff injury, took a lot off his fastball, and Feaser said it made him learn how to be a better pitcher, having to rely on a changeup, a curve, and he said in the end it's made him better. His fastball's still not back where it was, but still good enough at this level. We're talking low 90s, and he's going to already have to face Jackson's best hitter in Tracy Costio. Best on best here. Feaser deals, breaking ball, low and away. Good eye by Costio.
Through watching him warm up, his curveball is definitely nasty, so you can tell that he's been working on it.
Well, he's got it all. 6'6", big guy, big imposing pitcher as he stares in. 1-0 on Costio. 2 out for the Giants with Garner at third. Feaser deals, good breaking ball there, and Costio has seen it now. That was a good one, caught the outside edge. 1-1. Giants with an early 2-0 lead over Cheyenne. Feaser deals, and that pitch hit well up the middle. Going to be a tough play for the second baseman, but he makes it. Wow, give Coates credit. He ranged a long way to his right, made a throw to Swain, who stretched it out, and Feaser gets Post 6 out of a jam, but they do surrender one. Giants leave one as we move to the bottom of the third with the Giants up 2-0 over the Cheyenne Sixers. You're enjoying Giants baseball, KZ95, Jackson Hole Radio, and the AA tournament coverage on My Local Radio, live streamed, all courtesy of Buckle Up for Life, Wyoming.
I'm Kendall Roberts with the Wyoming Seatbelt Coalition. Whether your car is a classic car or a new one, buckle up every time. Buckle Up for Life, Wyoming.
When you have an appointment with the dentist, it's reassuring to know that you're going to be seen by experienced, well-trained professionals. At Bear River Dental in Evanston, Dr. Lester, Dr. Owens, and Dr. Welch check every box. Plus, they're really nice people. Their passion to provide excellent dental care is reflected in everything from state-of-the-art equipment to professional, hard-working staff. Choose the professionals at Bear River Dental, serving patients of all ages. Call today to schedule an appointment.
Go to the bottom of the second. The Sixers, good to keep in the back of your mind, are the home team in this one. As we move to the bottom of the third, Xander Witt beginning his third inning, misses inside, is squaring to bunt right off the bat is who? Who's number 9, Max?
I'm looking for
I don't have my GC updated yet. Outside corner strike for Witt. It's 1-1. Coates, maybe you made that play.
Yeah,
at
Kate
second.
Coates, the second baseman.
That ball hit well to center. Wright has a beat on it. Yes, sir. Mason puts it in his pocket like it was a walk in the park. That ball was hit well.
They've done that 3 or 4 times. It's gone to Wright and Fisher. So
yeah,
they're not lacking contact, just lacking the right spot in the outfield, not hitting the gap.
That was tagged pretty good. Did not spend a lot of time in the air, but Wright does not need a lot of time to get under it. Tafoya up now, top of the order. Witt misses low, 1-0. Yeah, getting a good quality start out of Xander. An early lead. Coach Huggins got to be feeling really good right now. Up 2-0.
But never can be too comfortable against these Sixers.
No, they're going to score. They're not going to stay at 0. As Witt misses 3-0, now he's behind Tafoya. And now they've busted out Feezer, so it just gets even tougher for Jackson. 4-pitch walk to Tafoya, who's got wheels.
Tafoya walks to first.
And with 1 out, 1 on, double play still in order for Jackson, so they can get out of this.
Yeah, brings up the shortstop Coulter McAnally. I think he had a fly out in the top of the first.
Yeah, he's got a pretty good bat. Another all-state selection from Cheyenne. I think they had 5 or 6 of them.
Yeah, and Tafoya's looking lively here.
Yeah, he is. Pitches inside for a ball from Witt. Witt's got to keep a good eye on Tafoya and do it without getting distracted.
Got a solid 4-step lead.
Pitch in the dirt. Good job by Aiden Grayland to block it. Tafoya showing no signs of running yet. 2-0 now. Meanwhile, on the shortstop McAnally, and Witt's in a little trouble here. Tafoya again dancing off first. Fastball just high, and now Xander struggling to find the strike zone. 3-0. He's thrown 7 straight balls after retiring the leadoff guy in this inning. 3-0 pitch. McAnally taken all the way, doesn't even move, and that's on the outside corner for a strike. Now your hitters count.
Yeah,
you're swinging.
Clip the zone there. I thought that might have been another 4-ball walk.
Could be running here. Hit and run. Good situation for it. The pitch low. Grayland blocks it. It's ball 4. So 2 men on now with 1 out.
And this is the same scenario as last inning. With 1 out, walked 2 straight and got out of it. So looking to do the same exact thing.
Cheyenne trying to get something going. They got to get back in this. If they were taking Jackson lightly, that's over. That's out the window. It's time to play ball if you're the Sixers, because you're in a game. Pitching coach out there to chat it up with Xander. Maybe he's seen something mechanics-wise as he's being very demonstrative with his hands and arms, but I don't know what you can tell Xander other than he has got to settle down.
Yeah, exactly. He's got to calm him down, get him back in the strike zone.
It's a 2-0 lead. Xander's a guy who plays on emotion. He can ride real high, which the flip side of that sword is you can get down on yourself as well.
Yeah, but force outs at third, second, and first. So
Brings up Julian Romero, the left-hander. You got to force at any bag in a double play in order. 1 out. Bottom 3. Cheyenne trail 2-0 to Jackson. That's on the outside corner. Good pitch from Xander and a good rebound from a guy who was struggling to locate. Runners take their lead from first and second. Xander Witt at the belt and now comes home. Low and a good block by Aiden Grayland. It's 1-1 on Romero.
Aiden Grayland does not let a lot of balls fly past him.
He's super athletic back there and an Iron Man. He catches just about every inning for this Jackson team. Pitch outside. Grayland tried to frame it, but no sail, and it's 2-1 now. And if you're Coach Huggins, how long can you ride a guy who's struggling with his control? That ball, bouncing ball, hit to Costiel. He's not going to get there. It'll get into left field, base hit, and in to score the first sixer run is Tafoya. Costiel would have been there. It was hit right to short. The trouble is Costiel was trying to hold Tafoya close at second, and therefore was giving up a lot of that hole in the left side of the infield. Otherwise, that's a routine grounder to short.
Yeah, definitely wasn't expecting the lefty to go off field there. But
no, you're not, and that's why you use the shortstop to hold the runner, but good job by Romero to go the other way.
Yeah, and brings up another lefty, right fielder Corey Williams.
Williams swinging a miss at an off-speed pitch from Witt that was in the dirt. Helped Witt out there. 0-1 now. Now we got a 2-1 ball game. Runner still at first and second as Witt deals low and away for a ball 1-1. You got McAnally with decent speed at second, long-legged guy. Romero at first, still only 1 out. And this is Cheyenne's answer so far to the Giants' 2 spot. They've cut the lead in half now, 2-1. Swung on, hit sharply. That's a base hit to right past the diving Hammond. Up with it quickly. Throw home from Garner, and it's never going to get McAnally, who slides in. Throw never got to home, and it would not have been a time. So an RBI single there from Williams, and he stroked it. And we're tied.
Yeah, our outfielders certainly don't have the arm to make a throw all the way back to home plate. I mean, we've seen it by a couple guys in this tournament.
It would have been an exceptional. Garner's got a pretty good arm. You would have to have an excellent A++ arm.
Yeah, I mean, he's 250 out there.
Pitch from Witt is in there for a called strike on Swain, but boy, trouble in a hurry. You watch a 2-0 lead disappear. Still only 1 out.
Yeah,
Runners at first.
Certainly need to just contain the damage here.
Yeah. Witt's high, 1-1. But you got a dangerous guy at the plate with 2 on and still only 1 out. If Jackson can get out of it just with this, it'd be an achievement. That's low to Swain, 2-1. And Xander, I got a feeling, was probably watching that game when Swain hit his homer. He's pitching him very tentatively like he knows what Swain's capable of. 2-1 pitch coming. Xander Witt at the belt. Pitch swung on, hit deep to left. That's gone. No, sir. We're not going to see that again. Oh, boy.
Yeah, just came off the bat, and we both knew that was gone.
Swain with his second long ball of the tournament, and that was a no-doubter. Fisher gave it a look, and that's about all. That was a bomb, and suddenly it's 5-2 Cheyenne, and Xander Witt is pretty upset with himself as Tracy Costiel comes in to try to calm him down. And
I mean, either you walk in when the bases are loaded and you bring up another power hitter. Like, there's just not a lot of options there.
There's not. I mean, you don't want to groove one. I don't know that Witt did, but Swain's that good that you just don't want to serve it up at Swain. I mean, that was a pitch Swain loved from the beginning and belted it. Xander Witt on the outside corner for a strike. It's 1-1 now. Meanwhile, on Anderson, as we reset, bases cleared. Giants started this inning up 2. They're down 3. Check swing, and just did miss low and away. 2-1 now on Anderson, the catcher. As Witt looks in, pitch hit right back up the middle. Almost hit Sanderwitt. Past the diving Hammond and into center field for a base hit.
It might be time for a change here.
They've got Witt figured out, I think. And here comes Huggins with the slow walk. And that will be all. We'll get the pitching change. And we'll see where Coach Huggins wants to go with this. Let's go. Yeah, let's take the break with this pitching change. We'll come back and tell you who it is. As you're enjoying AA Tournament Baseball right here in the home of the Giants, Jackson Hole Radio, my local radio, live streaming every game from this tournament. And that's all made possible by Buckle Up for Life Wyoming.
Wyoming is unique. When it comes to high school sports, we might travel 6 hours to a game, but when we get there, we know the other team, their parents, and the coaches. Wyoming is like one small town with really long streets. When you get to Evanston, always stay with your friends at the Best Western Dunmar Inn. With clean, comfortable rooms, a restaurant serving healthy, delicious food, and breakfast is always included. If you're bringing the team or following the team, stay with us every time you're in Evanston. Best Western Dunmar Inn, Evanston.
I'm Officer Kevin Malatesta, Public Information Officer for the Cheyenne Police Department. Cheyenne Police Department, for the May mobilization, is really looking for people who aren't seatbelted in their cars. It's a secondary violation in Wyoming, but as we make traffic stops for speeding, cell phones, whatever it may be, we're going to be looking to make sure that people have their seatbelts on. As we've gone over, seatbelts do save lives, and way too many people in Wyoming aren't wearing them. We want to make sure that people get home safely, get to see their families again. So if they're involved in a car accident and that seatbelt is on, there's a much higher likelihood of that person making it through that accident, making it through without injuries even. When we have crashes without seatbelts, the consequences are much more severe.
The strategic plan for Una County School District Number 4 states, through collaboration with the entire learning community, our mission is to instill problem-solving skills in our students that will translate to a rapidly changing global environment. We work to accomplish this by constantly improving student achievement, improving student academic and behavioral skills with a district that operates efficiently and effectively. Uinta County School District Number 4, excellence in teaching, opportunity through learning.
Early mornings, tired muscles, pride, and grit. At Varsity Inc., we know how much work goes into building competitive teams. We work hard providing the gear you need to celebrate the teams you love. Be your athlete's biggest fan in apparel from Varsity Inc. Come in today, 926 Main Street, Evanston.
Looks like the pitching change is going to be Mason Wright. So far this season, he's pitched 47 innings, started 10 with a 3-4 record, and then he's got 45 walks, 39 strikeouts, and an ERA of 6.702. But he's a pretty fast lefty, so hopefully he'll be useful here.
Struggles a bit with command, as do many of the Giant pitchers. If he's around the plate, he can be effective. Left-hander gives you a different look. If you're the Sixers, you haven't seen a lefty yet. Xander Witt gave us two good ones, then ran into trouble, ran into Swain, and suddenly a 2-0 Giant lead is gone. And we're talking about a 5-2 Cheyenne lead as Wright comes on to face Horton with a runner at first. That's Xander Witt's responsibility, and the first pitch on the outside corner for a strike. Still only one out here in the bottom of the third. Cheyenne putting up the crooked number to take the lead. That pitch to Horton is hit high in the air. Somebody got to get under this
Xander
one.
Witt.
Coming. Oh, you're right. That normally would be right,
Yeah,
but that's Xander.
Straight swap between Mason Wright and Xander Witt.
Yep. Xander is that. Xander was the starting outfielder for this team, but Wright really emerged. It's a pick-em between them. They both can get to just about any ball.
Xander's also a pretty good third baseman. He can pretty much play anywhere.
I was going to say that he's handier in the dirt, with his feet in the dirt at second, at third. As Wright misses way wide. It gets away from Grayland. Throw down to second, and Costill missed it on the tag.
Yeah, almost swiped him from behind, but just a little. The throw was just a little bit too far to the right.
Too far up the first base bag. Anderson never slid to make it even harder, as Costill just had a drive-by and swiped at him and missed the tag. Otherwise, the throw might have got him. So now a runner at second as Wright deals the 1-0. Takes 2 looks at Anderson and comes home low in the dirt for a ball to McAnally. 2-0.
Yeah, this is Landon McAnally, the DH.
He's wondering, are there 2 McAnallys? The shortstop we know. Yes, it's the left-hander DH. Inside corner for a strike. Good spot for Wright.
Seems like every team out here has got a pair of brothers that start.
Does. Schilling brothers.
Grayland brothers.
2-1 count here from Wright. That pitch too high and tight for McAnally to offer, and it's 3-1 now. You got an open bag at first, but Giants just digging a deep hole here in the third, an inning they'd love to forget. Mason Wright deals the 3-1, hit well to second. Hammond dives, gets a glove on it, but that's all. Here comes a runner home. No, he'll hold up because Bridger Hammond got a little bit of piece of that and kept the ball in the infield. That's what held up the runner Anderson at third. Otherwise, this is a 6-2 game. So that play
was
huge.
Certainly fortunate. I mean, once he got control of it, he bobbled it again, and pretty sure that Anderson would have been able to find his way home, but just hesitated and trotted back to third.
It's a break for Jackson for now. Hammond's laying out. They didn't get the out, but they kept Anderson at third. So runners at the corners.
Yeah,
McAnally
brings up the second baseman, Cade Coates.
Pitch outside on the corner, though, for a strike. 0-1.
But yeah, if he gets some contact, the floodgates might open here in the bottom of the third.
That's what you're trying to avoid with the pitching change, and maybe get the bats going if you're the Giants. Pitch from Wright, swung on down the left field line, just foul.
Yeah, it looks like Anderson almost had to jump over that one.
Yeah, that was headed right at Anderson between him and his third base coach. 0-2 pitch coming up now. Wright's ahead in the count. Keep an eye on McAnally at first. He's not going. Pitch in the dirt. Grayland finds it. And again, McAnally has had a couple of chances to steal. You see that automatic many times with runners at first and third. A lot of teams will challenge you. Do you really want to throw down to second with a runner 90 feet from scoring? But so far, McAnally's not going anywhere. 1-2 coming up to Coates from Wright. Outside corner called. Strike 3. They got him looking. So Jackson watches a nightmare inning end, and a big number put up by the Sixers. Suddenly it's Cheyenne 5, Jackson 2 as we head to the fourth. You're enjoying Giants baseball on the home of the Giants, Jackson Hole Radio. All this AA tournament live streamed on mylocalradio.com, and that's made possible by Buckle Up for Life Wyoming.
Dad, I heard that human eyes can distinguish between 1 to 10 million different colors. Is that true?
That is true. The human eye is amazing. We use our eyes not only to work and learn, but also to simply enjoy the beauty that surrounds us. At Uinta Eye and Vision, we care about each individual's eye health needs. Whether a person is looking for computer glasses, polarized sunglasses to assist in outdoor hobbies, contact lenses, or has general eye health needs, we are here to listen to our patients' thoughts and concerns to help them enjoy their amazing eyes.
Call today to schedule an appointment. 789-3937.
With 25 years of successful industry experience, Mountain West Business Solutions looks forward to providing all of our customers with exceptional service, industry-leading technology, and a one-of-a-kind buying experience. Having your office equipped with the right technology makes all the difference in the world. With a lower cost per print, we will supply you with the right technology for the best price. Great people, great products, and great service. Mountain West Business Solutions, 133 Bear River Drive, Evanston.
You're invited to come in and visit with the team at Cache Honda Yamaha in Cache Valley today. Our customers are our friends. If you haven't ever been in, stop in today. We'd love to get to know you. If you haven't been in for a while, stop in and let's get caught up. And if you were here yesterday, come back again soon. You always have an open invitation to visit the crew at Cache Honda Yamaha, where our customers are our friends, on US 91 between Logan and Smithfield.
Bradley Fieser takes his warm-ups for the Sixers. The hard-throwing right-hander will stay in there. I noticed Anderson's, the catcher, didn't have his gear on yet, which so you'll typically get a backup catcher with no gear on to catch a couple of warm-ups, and whoever that was wanted nothing to do with Bradley Fieser's fastball. You didn't even get in a crouch. He sort of offered his glove at a couple and said, I'm out of here. And Anderson came in with all that. I would want all my gear on if I'm catching Fieser.
I would too. And leading off for the Giants is Matt Fisher. He's 0 for 1 with a strikeout in the top of the second.
Takes 2 balls, fastballs away, and it's 2-0 now on Fisher. Fieser works from the stretch, gets a lot of power and drive just from the size of him. As that fastball misses low, 3-0, and Bradley Fieser struggling a little bit, does a little agricultural work on the mound, kicking some dirt away, doesn't like his landing spot. 3-0 now to Fisher. You got to figure the bat's on his shoulder here until Fieser can throw a strike. There it is. It's 3-1. Now Matt Fisher is ready.
I think we both knew that Fieser was going to throw a strike there. I would have been shocked if he had a four-pitch walk.
Yeah. 3-1 pitch to Fisher. Hit well to right, but right at the right fielder. Williams who makes the play. Fisher got pretty good wood on it, but it hung up there for Williams, who hadn't played well. Another thing I saw between the break is I've never seen another team do it, but Huggins has his bench guys, everyone not in the game, do it jog down all the way to the fence and jog back during the break.
I also noticed that. Thought it was a little bit unorthodox there.
Keep his bench players warm. I like it. Brings up the left-hander Mason Wright, a chance to help his own cause as he's entered the game now in relief of Xander Witt. He sees a Fieser freight train come in for strike 1. That had something on it. Curveball outside corner, and that's nasty. When you got 2 pitches like that, it's not fair.
Yeah, not much Mason Wright can do there.
Fastball low 90s and a curve on the back door. 0-2 now. Fieser deals to right, and that pitch chopped foul down the first baseline. Good job by Mason. That was a fastball down and in.
Went directly into the Giants dugout there.
Look out. Dugout scatterer.
Looks like Bridger Hammond caught it and threw it back, so everyone was safe.
Nice job, Bridger. 0-2 again to right. Swing and a miss. Fastball away this time. And besides being gifted with the natural tools as a pitcher, Fieser, that was surgical. You go hard in for a strike, soft with a curve away, hard in again. Mason Wright gets a piece, and you go hard away. Just great masterful pitching, moving the ball in and out.
Yeah, it certainly makes it unpredictable for these Jackson hitters.
Curveball to Huggins. First pitch swinging is a miss. Oh, and 1 now on Aaron Huggins in the game as the first baseman. Swing and a miss at a fastball there. He was a little late. Huggins and Grayland sharing time at first. Huggins also the ace of the staff. We've yet to see him pitch here on day 2 now of the tournament. Fieser outside corner, pops the mitt. Strike 3 called. Caught Huggins looking. 1-2-3. Fieser works him as we move to the bottom of the 4th. Score: Cheyenne 5, Jackson 2. Home of the Giants is KZ95 Jackson Hole Radio. My Local Radio is live streaming every one of these AA tournament games, and they can only do it because of our friends at Buckle Up for Life Wyoming.
This presentation on mylocalradio.com is also brought to you in part by Hoover Chiropractic. With over 3 decades of experience, Dr. Todd Hoover can help you with all the chiropractic work you need, plus x-rays, blood work, a weight loss program, and can help you get rid of allergies and migraines. Dr. Todd Hoover with Hoover Chiropractic in Evanston.
Risk takers, adventure seekers, optimists, authentic people with the fire in their belly and greatness in their hearts. You'll find them here, in a place where the spirit of the cowboy lives and thrives.
I am a cowboy.
I am a cowboy.
Soy vaquera. The world needs more cowboys.
He's 0 for 1 with a walk, strikeout, and a scored run for the Cheyenne Post 6 Sixers.
Mason Wright out there to work his second inning. Throws a strike on the outside corner to start Tafoya off. Sun just setting here at Giants Field. As Jackson hoping to carry the momentum from yesterday, pull it off a second straight upset if they can. They beat Gillette in a fun game last night. They'd love to do the same to these Sixers, and it looked like they're on their way to doing so until Swain had something to say about it. His home run has changed the complexion of this one. A 2-0 Giant lead turned into a 5-2 Cheyenne lead. 1-2 count now on Tafoya. Mason Wright, the lefty, works from the stretch with nobody on. Pitches low in the dirt, gets away from Grayland. 2-2 count now on Tafoya.
Figure to let one get away from you, certainly the time when no one's on base.
Yeah, most catchers give it a half-hearted go.
Yeah.
With nobody on, and chasing a ball in center is Witt.
Not sure how that got there.
I don't know how that got into play either, but a good heads up by the ump to notice, calling time as Witt in center was out of position. Now we're ready to go. 2-2 pitch to Tafoya coming up. Right deals. Swung on, chop, foul. Good pitch on the outside edge, and those have been strikes. Tafoya recognized that and said, I better get after this one, and just got a piece. Lights on here at Giants Field, final game of the day. Swing and a miss. Tafoya gets away from Grayland, so he'll have to throw to first. Takes his time and throws a strike to Huggins. And there is indeed one down to start the inning.
Yeah, solid effort there by Mason Wright. His second strikeout and only an inning pitch so far.
Interesting always to see the pitching strategies of coaches. The Sixers have had to use Feezer, and I'm sure they didn't want to go to him on day 2 of this tournament, but felt they had to when Jackson had a 2-0 lead and was threatening to get even more. Meanwhile, Jackson's been able to save their ace, Aaron Huggins. Wright doing a good job in relief of Witt. Swing and a miss, and a good cut there by the shortstop, McAnally. It's 1-1. Nobody on, one out. Bottom 4. Sixers trying to add insurance as Wright deals low. 2-1. Outfield straight away. Infield deep at second. Hammond plays a deep second. Costiel in a traditional shortstop spot. Wiley well off the line at third. And Huggins playing on the line at first. As Wright misses to McAnally. 3-1 now.
Yeah, also looks like Xander Wood shaded a little bit to the left down center field, but not by too much.
Yeah, he's over quite a bit, actually. And that ball's hit to Costiel. Gets a nice hop. Takes his time. Throws to first. And no, that's a bad throw. And Huggins cannot pick it. Could Grayland have grabbed it? Debatable.
Yeah, but heads up by Aiden Grayland to follow that behind first base and pick that up, so
yeah,
McAnally couldn't get an extra base.
Catchers are always schooled to do it, but do your knees want to do it is what you got to ask yourself. But Grayland got down the line well to keep McAnally at first. Meanwhile, Costiel need a better throw out of your shortstop. He was not hurried really at time.
Just allow.
Not a good throw. And he really left Huggins in a spot. Ground ball to second. Hammond going to go to second. Yes, he does. They get one there. Costiel not time to turn it, so he'll just eat it. But a good play by Bridger Hammond getting that lead runner. And now there's 2 out. You still have a force in order with Romero at first.
Now batting is number 16,
yeah, brings up the
right fielder Corey Williams.
Yeah,
Corey Williams, he hit a ball pretty hard to right last time, I remember.
Yeah, he did.
Wright's going to check Romero at first. Not a big lead there. Lefty on lefty matchup should favor Mason Wright. Although Mason doesn't have a big-time curveball, really. Runner going. Grayland out of his crouch, fires down. They got him. As Trace Costio put the tag on, and Romero is caught stealing. So Cheyenne puts a guy out, but doesn't get anything across. 4 in the books. It's the Sixers 5 and the Giants 2. You're enjoying Giants baseball on Jackson Hole Radio, mylocalradio.com. The action brought to you by Buckle Up for Life, Wyoming.
Light up your world with a custom-built LED sign from Rocky Mountain Sign in Evanston. It's a proven fact that signage that lights up creates more attention. So light it up and then add text, images, and video, and your sign becomes even more powerful. Start sharing your advertising messages and information with your customers today. The team at Rocky Mountain Sign provides all types of quality signage that is custom-built and maintained. Call today for a free quote. Rocky Mountain Sign, 307-789-5202. Rocky Mountain Sign, serving customers in Wyoming, Utah, and Idaho.
Do you want to further your education? Are you thinking of attending college? You can start now here in Evanston. Western Evanston Outreach provides students with a low-cost alternative to leaving town. Western offers a variety of degrees including nursing, BAS, and our brand new cybersecurity, also offering a variety of certificate programs that can be completed all right here in Evanston. Western Evanston Outreach, we are your local community college.
From one corner of the state to the other, over 82% of Wyomingites wear their seatbelts. And to the 18% who don't, we say, let's buckle up for life, Wyoming.
Comes to bat, and it's note about Brandon Feeser. He's only pitched 1 1/3, only 15 pitches, 11 strikes, 2 strikeouts. So pretty good pitch management from him. I expect to see him below 45, as we talked about back in the 3rd inning.
Yeah, they'll need him later this week. He's such an easy thrower. That's one of the things that separates the elite pitchers as Wiley steps in. First pitch from Feeser, strike right down the middle.
Oh, it certainly looks like he's not throwing it that hard, but it just comes out with such velocity.
There are guys who can throw 90, but they grunt when they do it and they nearly fall down. Feeser doesn't. It looks like he's just playing catch with you. Wiley late, and that's kind of Tate's thing. He's seen fastballs. He's not intimidated. He's just a little late on him until he gets it timed out, as he hit that well, but just fouled down the left field line. 0-2. Got to be careful of something crooked here from Feeser. He's going to go straight fastball, but he misses off the outside edge. 1-2 now.
Seems like that's been his pitch at 0-2. Outside fastball.
To lefties, yes, and to righties. Yep. I think he's got to throw a curve here, but we'll see. 1-2 pitch, and Wiley is on it. Fouls it back to the screen. Not sure what that was, but it was pretty hard. 1-2 count now, and Tate Wiley, who is certainly facing the best pitcher he's seen in his young career. He's just up from the minor league program, if you will, enjoying his first regular season with the Giants. Pitch from Feeser. There's that curve, and wow, that was close. Wiley's head snapped back to the ump.
Yeah, great.
He's like, "Are you gonna punch me out?" 2-2. That looked good, but just slow. Now you're gonna get the gas. 2-2 pitch from Feeser. Fastball right there, the outside corner. That froze Wiley. Tate game with a couple of foul balls, but overmatched there. It'll bring up Bridger Hammond as he takes a peek down at Coach Huggins in the third base box. 1 out, nobody on. Jackson trying to get back in this. They enjoyed a 2-0 lead for a little bit early.
Yeah, lasted for 1 out.
Outside corner for a strike is Feeser. Giants scored 1 in the top of the first, 1 in the top of the third, and had that 2-0 lead until the bottom of the third when Cheyenne exploded. Outside, 1-1 to Hammond. Cheyenne first baseman Swain playing for a possible bunt. He's in a little, the only infielder really that is. Now the third baseman steps in. That pitch down there for a strike, 1-2. Fastball right down the middle. Hammond is a very good bottom of the order hitter, an 8 or 9 guy. He's really improved this season.
Yeah, certainly one of our underrated guys.
Feaser with a good curveball, and that's big league stuff. As Hammond caught looking.
Brings up Aiden Graylin, who's one for one with a walk and 2 scored runs. So he's come home for both of these Jackson runs. I don't love to see him with 2 outs. He's definitely a guy you want to see with 0 or 1 because he can just start the inning for us. But hopefully we can get another hit here.
Can't always choose the situation. Fastball, first pitch, and Graylin wants to see one. That got to the plate pretty quickly. 0-1 now on Aiden Graylin. A 400 better hitter against a very good pitcher. Curveball. Ooh, that was a beauty. Just missed the outside edge, though. 1-1. 2 out. Top of the 5th. Giants trail 5-2 in the final game today of this AA tournament. That pitch hit into right field, shallow right. Second baseman Coates wants it, will grab it, and that'll do it. Giants go in order, and we move to the bottom of the 5th with Cheyenne holding that 5-2 lead over Jackson. You're enjoying Giant baseball in the home of the Giants, Jackson Hole Radio, my local radio, making sure we're live streaming every game for this AA tournament in Jackson, Wyoming, and they could only do it because of our friends at Buckle Up for Life Wyoming.
Water testing, community enhancement grants, seedling trees and wildflowers, classroom lessons and specialty workshops, composting and conservation of water and soil. The Uintah County Conservation District is here to serve Uintah County residents. Visit our website today, uintahcountycd.com.
I buckle up because there's been too many fatalities around our house where somebody would have survived if they'd been wearing their seatbelt.
I definitely wear my seatbelt to keep him safe.
I wear it just for safety.
I buckle up because my mom makes me.
I buckle up to set a good example for my kids and to make sure they stay safe.
Getting home safe to my family.
I buckle up because it keeps me safe. Go Pokes, buckle up!
Buckle up for life, Wyoming.
Welcome back to the bottom of the 5th here. Mason Wright still the picture, in for relief for Xander Wood, who gave up that 3-run home run in the bottom of the 3rd. But it looked pretty solid last inning. He's only given up 1 hit, 2 strikeouts, and 1 2/3. So definitely a solid relief picture here for the Jackson Giants.
Yeah, a thankless job being the guy who has to hold the mess until your bats can get back. But he's done a good job doing it. Mason Wright, the left-hander, from the stretch, will work to start the bottom of the 5th. Look out, that ball caught
the inside of his helmet there.
That hit the ear hole of the batter, then it ricocheted and hit Graylin, and both guys trying to shake it off.
Looks like Corey Williams is okay, though.
Corey Williams, took it in the ear flap. Well, it's a big reason to wear that ear flap towards the pitcher and that extra face chin stuff, cheek stuff. He's showing his coach now where he caught it, and he'll go through a little check here for concussion check. He looks okay. And meanwhile, Graylin off the helmet of Williams. Graylin got hit in his
also looks shaken up
left arm. His catching arm, not his throwing arm. Everybody got banged up on that. And I think by the end of this week, a lot of players will be feeling some hurts here and there. But Williams will walk down to second with the coach walking with him, making sure he's okay.
Yeah, and then brings up first baseman Hayden Swain, who, as we said, had that 3-run homer in the bottom of the 3rd.
Swain, the blow that is the difference in this one. It was 2-2 the score, and Swain with his 2nd home run of the tournament. And it was a no doubt rocket ship to space over the left field wall. Fisher just turned and admired as Williams takes his lead at first after being hit by Mason Wright. Wright's going to throw over there. Williams looks functional, dives back safely. when Mason misses, it's often in on a left-hander. He releases the ball too early, so lefties are going to get it. Swing and a miss and a big cut by Swain.
Yeah, he was getting after that one, just a little bit on top of it.
Feel the breeze. 1-1 now. As Wright looks over at Williams at first. He's going to throw over there again. Tough to judge those tricky lefties, so I don't know that Williams wants to go anywhere. He still feels his right side of his head ringing, probably. Mason Wright deals now to Swain. On the outside corner, that's a strike. Swain didn't want anything to do with it. He wants the ball in, I would think. He hit his home run on a pitch that was in, and he yanked it. 1-2 count now to Swain. And again, Mason Wright goes over to Williams. This, not so much the lead Williams has, which isn't a lot. This is more just kind of throw off the timing of Swain, hopefully. Here comes Wright now with a 1-2. No, it's outside, 2-2.
No, completely agree there. Just got to take the timing off a little, make it a little bit of a difference, maybe.
Yeah.
Give Swain a couple different looks, and maybe he won't go yard again.
Just let Swain sit and cook in the batter's box for a little. That pitch swung on, just barely got a piece. Right, almost got him. Well, the fastball, the way Swain got ever so little of that ball to stay alive. 2-2. Bottom of the fifth, nobody out. Runner at first. And again, Mason Wright will throw over. And again, Williams back easily.
I think that's he's done 4 pitches and thrown it to first base 4 times.
Just trying to keep things evened up. Cheyenne trying to add to a 3-run lead here. Bottom of the fifth. Wright deals. Swain, check swing. That's low in the dirt. He thought it was ball 4. It's only ball 3. And the count is even.
I don't blame him. It's been a pretty long at bat.
Yeah. I think he was counting some of those throws to first as pitches. He was saying, those are balls. Wright stares in. Big-time payoff pitch here. You can't afford to be too good. Oh, and that ball stung to left. Foul by Swain. We've seen this scenario a couple of times for Jackson. Last night it was Drube with a pitch that, you know, maybe you don't throw to him. Here, you can't give in to Swain too easily. He could really open this one up. Missed away, did Wright, and he was trying to be a little careful. So Swain walks, a hit batter, a walk. Nobody's put a bat on it in fair play yet in this inning, and you got 2 on anyway.
Brings up catcher Caden Anderson. He's 1 for 1 with a walk.
We'll get a pitching coach visit, and he's pointing to the right field, pointing to home plate, pointing to first base. I'm not sure what he's saying. I don't read lips, but he's pointing all over the place.
Yeah, it talks through his arms.
He does. And all right, I'm going to interpret for him. He's pointing to first, and he's saying, don't throw to first so much. Then he points to home. Throw to home. That's the guy we want to get out. I don't know. Meanwhile, Swain at first. Williams at second. Cheyenne trying to add to a 5-2 lead. Nobody out. Mason Wright is the man out there to live or die. I don't know that Coach Huggins wants to go to another quality arm in the pen. It's going to be mop up after Wright, I think, if we get there. Check swing, good pitch on the inside corner. Anderson couldn't do much with that, and it's 0-1 as he takes it.
Yeah, I haven't seen a lot of inside pitches by Mason Wright.
Not to righties, because he misses so often away to the other side of the plate, like that one, and that's outside. 1-1. Runners take their lead. Credit the Sixers. They responded after these upstart Giants took a 2-0 lead. They didn't panic. As Wright misses away again. 2-1 now on the catcher, Anderson. Cheyenne just hung in there. Now, they did have to use a guy I don't think they wanted to. Feeser, their pitcher. But they are poised for their second win of the week so far. Wright misses again up and away, and yeah, he's not even close for those last couple. 3-1. Do you turn Anderson loose as wild as Wright is on a 3-1 count? Yeah, he chops one to second, ham it up with it, toss to Costiel for 1, throw to first. No. As the ball got away from Aaron Huggins, that will allow Williams to score the 6th Cheyenne run.
Yeah, it's the second error we've seen from Trayson Costello trying to throw a quick one over to first base.
Yeah.
He's getting way too low on it.
2 throws, that Costello wants back. He bounced both of those. Now, Grayland's going to help you out a lot, Lucas, at first with those and make you look better. But Huggins maybe not as much, and both of those would have been really tough picks.
I think Lucas could have done it.
Costello's just got to throw a better ball to first there. Strike on the outside corner. Meanwhile, to Horton.
You can just see Costello's body language a little bit down right now.
Yeah.
A little bit slouched.
He's upset himself. He knows that's 2 bad throws and 2 errors for the Giants. Both Trace and Costello throws. As Wright throws a ball there, it's 1-1. They get just the 1 out, but the 4 still in order, double play still in order. Anderson takes his lead from first. Wright gives him a look and comes home with a 1-1, and that's again well off the plate outside. We said it when Wright was warming up. When he's good, when he's around the plate, he's good. But when he's wild, he's his own worst enemy.
And he's thrown 41 pitches, and 22 of them have been strikeouts, so he's just above 50% strike to ball ratio.
He's 3-1 here to Horton, who's got a hitter's count. Is he swinging away? Yes, and he fouls it off. Good pitch from right there, though. That's much better. He's got a good fastball, and he threw that on the outside edge, and Horton just got a piece to follow back into the screen. Big payoff pitch coming here. Keep an eye on Anderson. Is he on the move? He is. Pitch, swing and a miss. Grayland with a chance to make it a double play. Can't get the ball out of his mitt, though. Really good pitch by Wright, who I think curved him.
And I like the play from there, play of Grayland not forcing out the second. Knew we didn't even have time. No reason to risk another error and letting Anderson advance to third.
Good call. Yeah, I don't think he would have got him. They're going to go get Mason Wright because of pitch count. He's at 44, I believe, so just under the 45.
Looks like Huggins is making his tournament debut.
So the Giants feel they've got to use their pitching staff. Everybody playing with a little desperation here on day 2. Can't take anything for granted. We saw Sheridan knocked off by Casper.
Oh, Tate Wiley, actually.
Earlier. Oh, Tate Wiley, who we've seen be effective.
Yeah, I didn't know he was much of a pitcher, but he had, I think, 2 innings of perfect pitching. Let's look at his stats.
We'll stay here on the pitching changes.
So he's pitched 27 innings, started 4 games, 2-2 record. He's got 16 walks, 22 strikeouts, and a 6.222 ERA.
One of those oddities. He bats left but pitches right. And maybe a guy like Wiley, I don't mind this move because Cheyenne, I'll bet, has not seen him at all. Tate hasn't thrown a ton of innings, and I'll bet he has not pitched against the Sixers this season. So maybe a different look. Tate, not an overpowering guy, he just counts on, I don't know what it is, what do you call it? It's sort of an elusiveness. Remember Westby from yesterday? He reminds me of him, a guy who he's not going to make the radar gun buzz.
Yeah, he's not flashy, but just gets the ball over the plate.
But it just, you see hitters walking away from their at bat against Wiley, just like, I can't believe, I just can't hit this guy hard. Like, I can't get a bat on it. It's like I want to. He shouldn't be that hard to hit.
Yeah,
but he is.
In terms of the Giants' defense, Mason Wright moves back to center field. Xander Witt moves from center to second base, and Bridger Hammond moves from second to third.
Let's look at the implications of this game. If the Giants win, they play tomorrow at 7, you said?
Yeah, correct.
Max?
7 o'clock.
They would play
Casper Oilers, and if they lose, they'll play at 4 p.m. against the Laramie Rangers here at Giants Field.
Okay. Boy, that would be a good match. We saw a regular season game between those teams.
Yeah, it was fun. Split the doubleheader, headlined by the shutout from Brandon Chavez, the Laramie Rangers ace.
very closely matched teams. Still a lot of game left here, though, as Wiley deals. That's inside, gets away from Grayland. And the first pitch from Wiley will go to the backstop. That's bad news because Anderson will move to third.
He passed himself on the chest. He said, that's my bad. Just needs a couple good pitches. Should get this third out and move to the top of the sixth.
McAnally is the hitter, the DH. Pitch from Wiley, swung on, bounced to second. Hammond bobbles briefly, now comes up with it and throws it away. Bridger had plenty of time.
Xander
Witt. Witt had plenty of time at second, and boy, Huggins has got to feel like, I mean, he's huge. Huggins is what, 6'5"? And he's got to feel like, can anybody throw a ball to me, please? And Witt just threw it into the dirt.
And yeah, he bobbled it, didn't have a lot of time, and just shut it through a fast one. And just
even with the bobble, he had time. I think he rushed himself.
Agreed.
Poor throw. And
it's a third error from our infielders.
Yeah.
Throwing to first base.
And we said before the game, when you're playing the Cheyenne Sixers, you can't afford so much as one mistake, one miscue. It'll come back to bite you against a good team like this.
Yeah, and the 3 errors led to 2 runs. So
Wiley got what he wanted, the ground ball to second. That should have been the third out. So Tate did his job, and he's up 0-2 here on Coates. So Tate giving you what you want, but still that run in, that'll be charged to Mason Wright. McAnally at second on the bad throw, and it's 7-2 Sixers. Tate Wiley shakes off one sign, now stares in, takes a look at the runner, and Coates has had enough of that, steps out.
Yeah, our second and shortstop are playing pretty narrow to second base here.
That ball hit to right, going to be trouble for Garner. He's not going to get there, and is it fair? It is. Oh, boy, it was not hit well off the end of the bat. That'll allow McAnally to score the 8th run of the ball game.
Yeah, it dropped about 5 feet inside the right field line, so it's just in the perfect little drop zone where neither Xander Witt or Ethan Garner could do anything about it.
Yeah, Garner would have a long run as he is playing well off the line. That ball fell on the chalk, went off the end of the bat and kind of died as Wiley misses low here on his first pitch. So an 8-2 game. Tough luck for Wiley. Should have been out of this inning as he works to Tafoya. Tafoya hits one to left pretty well down the line. Chasing is Fisher. He'll run, not be able to get to him. He would have had room at foul territory, but
yeah, he was sprinted, but don't want him to run into the left field wall there.
Yeah, you don't want to do that. The wall might give.
That's certainly concussion protocol.
330 down the line. That ball was hit about 320, but just fouled. Tafoya really got around on Wiley there. 1-1, but Tate's the kind of crafty pitcher. Even though you hit him hard on one, try to do it again. 1-1 pitch from Wiley. That's too high. It's 2-1. Coates takes his lead from first. Cheyenne has broken it open a bit here in the 5th. 8-2 ball game. Tafoya just stays alive as he spoils a Wiley fastball on the outside corner. It's 2-2. Tate on in relief of Mason Wright, who came on to relieve Xander Witt. Xander Witt worked 2 good innings and then hit the 3rd, and it was not good.
Yeah, he was completely flawless in the first 2, but
Wiley throws over to first. Another bad throw.
Yeah, even that one was low, but at least Huggins finally caught the one hop. I mean, that was definitely the easiest one. Throwing some heaters to him.
2-2 pitch. That's low in the dirt for a ball. Full count now.
One good picture by Wiley.
Wiley going to try to battle back against Tafoya. Good leadoff hitter. The right-hander steps in. Wiley to the belt. 3-2 pitch. Misses away. Gets away from Grayland. Won't matter, although Grayland can't find the ball. And that will allow Coates to get the 3rd. Aiden had no idea where it was. Nobody was helping him out, saying ball or pointing or anything.
Yeah, one of the Jackson Giants coaches by the dugout had to point it out to him.
Yeah. Yeah, and it's one of those things that happen where the meltdown, you go from bad to worse. One error makes another error, makes a mental mistake. And
yeah, just losing that complete concentration when it was up 2-0.
does not look like the same team with that focus. They've lost all that focus and certainly lost all that momentum. McAnally, the shortstop, the right-hander up now. Runners at the corners, 2 out. Wiley, fastball, inside corner, good pitch. 1-1.
And it looks like Tafoya might go. Once Wiley lines up, he takes a pretty decent lead.
He does that to everybody as McAnally hits that well, but foul. It's 1-2. He's done that all game.
It's the little shuffle step.
Yes, he like fake run. He's done a lot of bouncing around and not a whole lot of stealing. He's got a lot of nervous energy or something.
Yeah, definitely.
He does that.
Big presence at first base.
Wiley doesn't seem too bothered by him. 1-2 pitch to McAnally. That's chopped foul. That time Tafoya was on the move. But right now the focus is the hitter for Wiley. That's the only guy that matters. With 2 outs here in the 5th. Cheyenne is added to a 5-2 lead, posting 3 here to make it 8-2. Tafoya again going, and that ball high, and he'll steal, and you'll call that indifference. Not even a stolen base, as Grayland had no interest in throwing down to second. 2-2 count now on McAnally. As Wiley deals, that pitch inside, brushed off McAnally. I like that placement because McAnally really crowds it.
Yeah, it's looked a little bit high.
3-2 pitch coming up. It's a big one. Ball hit high in the air, shallow center, and Mason Wright cruises over as he's back in center field and makes the catch. So the Giants surrender 3 more. They can ill afford to do with that as we head to the 6th. 5 in the book. Cheyenne 8, Jackson 2 on the home of the Giants. KZ95, Jackson Hole Radio. All the live streaming handled by mylocalradio.com, and it's all paid for by our friends at Buckle Up for Life, Wyoming.
Red Devil pride runs deep with the team at Callis Automotive. Today's students are tomorrow's leaders. You'll always find quality products at fair prices at Callis Automotive. We're proud to serve our customers, our community, and our Evanston Red Devils. Stop in today. Callis Automotive, your local Napa dealer.
Business cards are a powerful and inexpensive way to promote the goods and services you offer. You can design your own cards or have the professionals at Westar Printing design your business cards. Now with same-day and next-day turnaround on all business card printing, you don't have to wait. Get your business cards today. Professional quality, inexpensive prices, and quick turnaround. Visit Westar Printing, 243 7th Street in Evanston, across from the library. Westar Printing, 307-789-5202.
Get a degree or certification. Earn your high school GED. Get job skills. Become CPR certified. Or use our free 3D printers and tools. These are just a few of the opportunities available at Uinta BOCES number 1. Call 307-789-5742 to learn more.
Back in the top of the 6th, Braden Fieser is still on the mound for the Cheyenne Post 6 Sixers. He's faced 7 batters, 7 outs, 4 strikeouts on only 28 pitches. So he came in talking about how he was the best pitcher of the state, and he's definitely proved it so far.
Yeah, and you question why he's being left in a game that looks well in hand for the Sixers. Pitch count a reason, maybe. With only 28, there's no reason to lift him yet. He's probably got a lot of gas in the tank for later in the week. I doubt you'll see him out there after the 45 mark as Fieser deals outside to Xander Witt. I don't want to sound like I stan Bradley Fieser, but I do. He's fun to watch. I am the Giants' normal announcer, so my heart's there. But Bradley Fieser is just one of those phenoms that does not come out of the state of Wyoming very often. A guy like this, you're thinking of a Brandon Nimmo that came out of Cheyenne Sixers playing for the Mets now. Not often do you get to see a potential big leaguer play in the Cowboy State.
Yeah, Fieser is definitely a stud, and he looks the part with his size. Like, he's a massive threat.
2-1 count now on Xander Witt. That pitch hit well. Xander hit it right to short, and McAnally climbed the ladder to go get it. Boy, give Xander credit. It's
hit hard.
We were talking up Fieser, and Xander said, hey, wait, what about me? Hit a good line drive, and it kind of died a little bit towards the end and allowed McAnally to spear it.
Yeah, and brings up Ethan Garner. He's 2 for 2. Giants have only collected 4 hits, but he's got half of them.
Garner likes it hard. And that pitch misses away. He's a pull hitter, though he'd rather have it in. We'll see. Cheyenne has adjusted a little bit, at least in right. Williams now more towards the line and deeper for Garner. Swing and a miss, and Ethan wasn't anywhere near that. Fastball down and away, and Ethan just gave it a half-hearted swing. See what Feeser does now. The 0-2 pitch. Swung out and missed. Took something off, and Garner was an easy mark for Bradley Feeser. 3-pitch strikeout.
9 up, 9 down. Only 35 pitches for Feeser.
Yeah, I think they'll let him close it if he can. He'll still be under 45. You still use him later. Meanwhile, here's a showdown you love to see. Jackson's best hitter against the state's best pitcher. Good on good. Great on great, really. Castiel takes on the outside corner for a strike. 0-1. Trayson maybe in his mind trying to make up for 2 errors in the field, throwing errors. Would love to reconcile that at the plate. Feeser misses off the edge. 1-1 now on Castiel.
Yeah, I would love to see a bomb off Feeser here.
Yeah, Trayson's connected 8 times this season over the wall. Number 9. We'd love it to come off this guy. To say one day, curveball and a good one from Feeser. To say one day, you know, if you see Feeser on the big screen on ESPN, tell your kids I hit a homer off this guy.
Yeah, I just wanted Jackson Giant to get a hit off him first.
Yeah, let's start with a hit, a single. 1-2 pitch to Castiel. Curveball. Oh, boy, that was a good one. And it froze Trayson and somehow eluded the dish. I don't know. That looked good. 2-2 count now on Castiel. He got a favor there from the ump. He better be ready this time. Feeser deals 2-2, and that got a piece of Trayson right across his midsection. And that's a matter of how tight do you tuck your shirt in. If you leave it a little loose, you get hit there.
Yeah, just skimmed him. Still went into the catcher's glove there.
I think it was all fabric, thankfully, for Trayson, because, geez, one in the ribs from this guy might sting. So Castiel's on with a hit by pitch. And we got a piece of something left out in the on-deck circle, and nobody's in a hurry to go get it. Now we get somebody on it. We're ready to go.
Yeah, and brings up Matt Fisher. He's 0 for 2 with a strikeout.
Matt Fisher, his second look at Feeser. That pitch is on the outside corner for a strike. Feeser does a good job. As hard as he throws, which is pretty hard, he also hides the ball well. You don't see it until real late in that release. As Fisher fouls that off right side, is there room? Maybe. That's a long run, and sliding, diving, no, right against the fence. That's over to the Jackson Giant bullpen.
Also to note, that's his 42nd pitch.
42, okay, that's good to know. I'm really doubting that Feeser's going to go more than 45 pitches here. Yeah, we're going to need him later.
It's one more strike, and he'll be done for the day anyways.
Williams gave that a good run, sliding try there in foul territory. Couldn't quite get it.
Yeah,
0-2 on Fisher.
All the way into the fence.
Yeah, he did. Feeser's 0-2 to Fisher. Chop weakly to third. Up with it quickly is Tafoya. Throw to first. Got him by a half step. Boy, that's speedy down the line is Fisher, but not speedy enough. So the Giants threaten but can't push one across. They leave one out there, and after 5.5, it's Cheyenne 8, Jackson 2. You're enjoying Giants baseball on KZ95, Jackson Hole Radio. The live streaming taken care of by mylocalradio.com, and it's all brought to you by Buckle Up for Life Wyoming.
They say the 3 most important things in life for many people are their faith, their family, and their high school sports. And not necessarily in that order. Advertise where you'll get noticed. Call My Local Radio and become a sports advertiser today.
Ready has provided safety and excellence in industrial construction and support services since 1982. From insulation and scaffolding to paintings and coatings, our crews are standing by to assist with new construction, maintenance projects, facility shutdowns, and more. Contact us today to ensure your assets are protected and functional. Interested in joining our team? Visit ReadyUSA.com. We are ready.
As we see a third pitching change of the day, it looks like Bridger Oldhausen is coming in. He's pitched 18 1/3 inning this season, started 4 games with a 1-3 record, has 34 walks, 15 strikeouts, and an 8.782 ERA. So we're definitely going pretty far down our bullpen right now.
Yeah, this is Coach Huggins throwing the rookie to the dogs, honestly, in an 8-2 game. But Olshausen, this is how you start when you're a young pitcher on the staff. You got to play mop-up roles like this and a chance to impress.
Yeah, when you play the best, makes you a lot better.
Still Cheyenne. You can still say you pitched against Cheyenne in the state tournament. As Olshausen comes inside, nearly hit Romero. It's 1-1. He's going to be a good one next year. Hasn't got a lot of work this season, the rookie. Bridger deals. That's low and away for a ball. Skips past Graylin, who showed little interest in throwing himself in front of it. 2-1 now in Romero.
Zero reason to do so for Graylin.
No, he'll pick his spots. Bridger Oldhausen deals the 2-1. Swung out, fouled off, left side. Evens the count at 2. Nobody on, just underway, bottom 6. Cheyenne Jackson. If you joined us late, Jackson had a 2-0 lead, lasted until the 3rd, and then Cheyenne got their bats going. Oldhausen, good pitch, and wow, just missed low. He was trying for that outside corner. Had Romero frozen, but he didn't get the call. Now a payoff pitch, 3-2. Oldhausen deals. That's low again, and ball 4. Tough. Oldhausen lost Romero. Leadoff walk.
This team's kryptonite.
Always danger.
Yeah, also to know, it's still a beautiful day. I mean, it's only 70 degrees out, and it's 9 o'clock. Can't ask for anything better. Wind's gone down to 5 miles per hour. It was blowing pretty hard throughout the second and third game of today, but it's been pristine conditions for this Giants-Sixers matchup.
Weather's been perfect. That ball gets away from Graylin, and you know, again, it's an indication late in the game where you've lost focus and your heart's really only half in it. Graylin's caught a ton of innings as an Ironman, and he just didn't show a lot of zip there trying to get in front of that ball. That allows Romero to second. Oldhausen, meanwhile, tries to paint the outside corner and misses. It's 2-0 to Williams, who we've seen stroke it pretty hard, a pull hitter. Oldhausen misses up and in. It's 3-0 now. Williams, well, let's see. Normally you'd make sure a young relief pitcher can throw strikes, but I'd turn this guy loose. 3-0. He's taken all the way. It's outside. Ball 4. Runners at first and second.
Definitely a little frustrated after 2 walks. Can see it in his body language.
Yeah. Tough spot to be put in for Oldhausen.
It really is. After this sitting and watching all game, to be thrown in the mix this late in the game, you're already down 8-2, not feeling too hot about yourself. It's just a unfortunate situation that Oldhausen finds himself in.
Going to face a real meat eater here in Swain, and the first pitch in there on the inside corner for a strike. Good one. 0-1. Swain's gone yard twice this tournament. Once today, a 3-run bomb over the left field wall and straightaway center last night. And well, I don't think I'd ever see anybody clear that center field wall in this park. Swain did it with ease.
Yeah, probably got it over by a good 5-10 feet.
I mean, we put our green monster in center here in Wyoming, and that's to make sure no one ever hits a home run. But Swain had other ideas as Oldhausen misses away. 2-1 now on the big right-hander. Romero at second, Williams at first. Nobody out here in the bottom of the 6th. Cheyenne trying to add to it. Low and away, gets away from Graylin, back to the screen. Runners move up. Now you got a place to put Swain. You don't just automatically walk him, but you can be a little less perfect here if you want to, if you're Olnheisen. I'm sure Olnheisen was watching both earlier today in this game, and he was probably watching yesterday, so he knows what Swain's capable of, and no reason to groove one to him. 3-1. Olnheisen checks to the belt, the pitch up and in, and a little message for Swain, but a walk. Bases loaded now, nobody out, and here comes the walk to the mound. It's the pitching coach, not normally a change from him, probably just the pep talk.
Yeah, certainly need some words of encouragement here after 3 straight walks. Just got to get him back over the plate.
More arm gesturing is what Olnheisen needs.
Yeah, not enough pointing going on.
Yeah, he's a lot of gesturing. These are important moments in the maturation of young pitchers. You know, this is a pressure situation, even though it's a game that's out of hand.
Yeah,
you're pitching in the state tournament.
Also see Warren Newton starting to warm up in the bullpen. Probably not going to need him, but you never know.
Never know. As Coach Huggins trying to avoid using his son Aaron Huggins on the mound. He's trying to save the big stud for later on. And Jackson will have to do it the hard way up through the consolation bracket if they can't come back in this one.
Yeah, it's going to be a quite even matchup against the Laramie Rangers. I've split almost every game this season.
Pitch from Olnheisen, and that pep talk did good as he paints the outside corner with a strike. It's 0-1 now on Anderson, the catcher. Bases jacked. And Olnheisen working from the full windup. He's too high with that.
Just switches back between too low and too high. Just got to find the zone here.
1-1 count coming up. Olnheisen deals. Whoa, I got to miss. That's a good high heater. Bridger showing some gas there. Yeah, that's something on that. And Anderson just waved at it. 1-2 count now. Olnheisen pitch, swing and a miss. And Bridger, Olnheisen blows away Anderson with nothing but fastballs. Yowza.
Yeah, he does have some speed. Wasn't really expecting it, but you hear the pop from the mitt by Aiden Grayling.
Yeah, that might have been the talk from the pitching coach. Trust your fastball. He's got one. Horton up now. That ball hit well to right center. Garner's got a beat on it, though. In, makes the catch. Throw home to get the tagging runner. Is in time. Oh, boy, and a double play. Romero trying to get in from home is nailed by Ethan Garner. We've seen his arm twice this tournament. So the Giants escape trouble. Cheyenne threatened, but leave it at 8-2. But Giants got some work to do here in their last licks as we move to the 7th from Giants Field. You're enjoying AA baseball tournament action by My Local Radio live stream, made possible by our friends at Buckle Up for Life Wyoming.
Freeway Tire offers a nationwide service protection plan that covers service parts and labor on select systems, keeping your vehicle on the road. Plus, it includes coverage for towing, lockout service, flat tire changing, fuel, oil, and water delivery service, and jump starts. Knowing that your vehicle is covered at over 50,000 dealer locations nationwide provides that peace of mind wherever you are. Get the details. Visit Freeway Tire and ask about the service protection plan. Freeway Tire, 217 Bear River Drive, Evanston.
Western Wyoming Beverages has been proudly owned and operated in Wyoming for over 50 years, providing reliable service, friendly staff, and the nation's top beverage products, including Pepsi. We always strive to be the premier business partner for our customers. Western Wyoming Beverages services Rock Springs, Green River, Jackson, Evanston, Kemmer, Pinedale, Wamsutter, Big Piney, Mountain View, and Lyman. Go Red Devils!
And we're back in the top of the 7th, or the second round matchup between the Jackson Giants and the Cheyenne Post Sixers in the Wyoming AA State Tournament. Except we have a pitching change here. It's right fielder Corey Williams coming to bat after that impressive performance by Brandon Feeser.
Yeah, we assumed Feezer was done for the night with a pitch count thing as he's under 45. It was nice to get a look at him anyway, and it was interesting that Williams did not come out to take many warm-ups. He was very late coming out of the dugout to take his warm-up, so he hasn't had many. The umpire's letting him have his full allotment, though. A long time between innings.
Not sure he needs the full treatment up 8-2.
Yeah, he can sort of warm up as he goes, I guess. 8-2 ball game. As we look at the line score, Jackson 2 runs on 4 hits. The 3 errors they committed have been all costly. Cheyenne 8 runs on 7 hits, have not committed an error. Jackson led in this game 2-0 through almost 3 through 2 innings, and then the Sixers exploded with a crooked number in the bottom of the 5th. They put up a 5 spot. They added 3 more in the 5th inning. And Jackson's got the work cut out for them.
Yeah, getting a miracle to put this game into action, that's for sure.
Good home crowd on hand. Good crowd for the Sixers. They travel well anywhere they go. And, of course, Jackson playing here at home has got a lot of fans in the stands as well.
It's still been a good game. This is the closest we've kept it with the Sixers all season. So, figured to play up. Certainly the time to do it. Just couldn't get it done today.
Yeah, you've been close with them all game. You forced them to use Feezer, their best pitcher. You've tested them. First pitch from Williams is on the outside edge for a strike. Williams, a left-handed batter, but a right-handed thrower. He's doing the Tate Wiley thing. He's facing Mason right. As Williams deals, swing and a miss, took something off it, and right is way out front. Came up empty with that swing. 0-2 now. Williams, long time staring in for the sign, gets it, and rocks and deals. Swing and a miss, Mason right. Again, it looked like a sinking action on that ball.
Yeah, it looks like no matter who the Sixers put on the mound, they've got it.
3 pitches, 3 strikes, and Wright sits down quickly. And Lucas Grayland coming up for his first action of the afternoon. See if Thump can get on track, just maybe step into one somehow, as he's going to hit for Aaron Huggins. That pitch, swing on him, chop foul. Grayland was all over that first pitch, jumped right on it.
Yeah, I like him trying to be aggressive here, get ahead of it.
Yeah. Oldenheisen awaits on deck, Bridger. Williams steals the 0-1 pitch to Grayland, and well, that looked pretty good, but because Anderson didn't catch it cleanly, it's maybe didn't give the umpire a good look. It's 1-1.
It was also just a little bit low, so that also might have been the reason.
Fastball up to Grayland. It's hard to miss high on this guy. Lucas, a big boy.
Yeah, solid 6'2".
Very good linebacker on the Bronx football team. 2-1 coming from Williams. Swing and a miss, and that's kind of classic Lucas Grayland. He's won't get cheated on his cuts, but too often comes up empty. Last year he hit a bunch of home runs. He might have led the team, but the strikeouts this year have just been too often, and the homers not often enough. 3-2 pitch coming up now as Williams has run it full to Grayland.
Only 2 home runs, and I think they came in the same game.
Oh. Payoff pitch from Williams. Chop foul by Grayland into the Sixer dugout. Good job by Coach Huggins to kind of work through the bench a little bit. Oldenheiser getting a look. Wilkes has now replaced Oldenheiser on deck. So Wiley will get in at bat. And here comes the pitch to Grayland. Swing and a miss. Lucas can't find that fastball.
Yeah, that's the 11th strikeout today from these Sixers.
Oh, yeah. You can't come up empty. You can't swing and miss, and you can't make errors. You just have to be so perfect against Cheyenne to win one. Wiley Wilkes with his first at bat. He had pitched a whale of a game last night. The starter went most of the way. Swing and a miss from Wiley.
Oh, yeah, he was seriously impressive. Him and Graylin were the stars of the game. Went 5 full innings. Gave up 3 hits, 2 earned runs.
Wow. Yeah, he was super good. 0-1 pitch from Williams. Swung out, foul down the right side, and Wilkes a little bit late on it. And for Williams, with a 6-run lead and 1 pitch away, you don't mess around here. I don't look for anything nasty in the dirt. Just another fastball and dare Wilkes to tee it up. But no, it's in the dirt for a ball, 1-2. No reason to be cute here, though. Save your arm, kid. Let Wiley had a cut it one.
I guess throw a little off-speed one here.
1-2 pitch to Wilkes on the outside corner. No.
A couple cheers from the crowd there.
Yeah.
They thought that was strike 3, game over.
Most of the infielders kind of, they were kind of running off the field already. 2-2 pitch coming for Wilkes. You better swing now. And he does, and that got a piece of Anderson. He's immediately tells the umpire he's okay.
It looked like a hit just deflected off the top of his helmet.
Yeah, it didn't knock the helmet off. Foul ball immediately into his mask or top of the helmet. 2-2 count on Wilkes still. As Williams tries to finish things off for Cheyenne. Pitch, and that misses inside. And again, you get a feeling the home plate umpires maybe trying to help Wiley not punch out looking here. Give him a chance to swing because those 2 balls were close. 3-2 pitch coming up to Wilkes. And that's in there finally. At the letters, fastball, strike 3. Wilkes caught looking, and that'll do it. The post Sixers take care of business against the Jackson Giants. Jackson threw a little bit of a scare into Cheyenne, but could not come up with a win. The final score, Cheyenne 8, Jackson 2. And do we have any commitments as far as advertisers, Aaron, or can we close it out here? All right, straight to post game. Our amounts to Max telling us what happened over the last 7 innings.
I mean, yeah.
Would you like? Would you not like?
I love the first 3 innings from these Jackson Giants. We started pretty hot. 2 perfect innings picks for Xander Witt. Got the Aiden Graylin scored the run at the top of the first, top of the third, but floodgates open in the bottom of the third through that 3-run home run by Brandon Swain. And just from there, the Giants couldn't recover. And it's a game of errors, game of not great pitching, and it's really hard to play the best team in the state, but we fought hard and we'll be back tomorrow.
It's easier to play your best game for 2 innings, 3 innings against a real good team to do it for 7. And you just saw the fall off. Jackson after 2 just in the third, when Cheyenne put up the 5 spot, they just didn't have the same heart left. It wasn't the same team. Sixers took it out of them. More baseball to play. Can Jackson rebound tomorrow?
Hell yeah.
Against Laramie? Yeah, I think so. We'll see. It's been fun, but that'll do it for us here in Jackson. A big thanks to Aaron Poling pressing the buttons and really committing all week with mylocalradio.com. The folks back at the studio, they've been helping live stream every single game of this AA state tournament for the Jackson Giants and everybody here. Max Mitchell, I'm Jake Nichols, wishing you a good night from Jackson. We'll see you tomorrow.
And that was your Jimmy John's Freaky Fast Recap, brought to you by the folks at Jimmy John's, 113 Front Street in Evanston. As we wrap this one up, the Sixers won 8-2 over the home team Jackson Giants, or the hosting team, I should say. As we're going to move along to our Dr. McKay Franklin Precision Play of the Game. And, man, it's got to go to the man with 2 bombs in the tournament already, as he hit one yesterday over that center field monster wall out in center field here in Jackson, as I'm trying to pull up the stats and the kid's name, as we will get to it in a second, as it was Hayden Swain who crushed that home run as he gets the Dr. McKay Franklin Precision Play of the Game. He's also going to get the Pepsi Player of the Game, as his 3 runs are the winning runs here for the Post Sixers. As I'm Aaron Poling, thank you for joining us all day today. Tomorrow we'll have 3 games starting at 1 p.m. for you. As until tomorrow, have a good night.
The proceeding has been a wholly owned production of MyLocalRadio.com and Cook Brothers Broadcasting, LLC, no portion of which may be used or rebroadcast without the express written consent of Cook Brothers Broadcasting, LLC. Thank you for joining us for this sports presentation on MyLocalRadio.com.